You're listening to Living Vicariously, bringing you real men's perspectives, unfiltered, unapologetic, and uncensored. Recorded live in the Living Vicariously studio in world-famous Cocoa Beach, Florida.
Happy Halloween.
All right, welcome to Living Vicariously. This is our Halloween special. We gotta work on that, guys. Yeah. We're a little brutal.
Very good.
Andrea brought the game, but the rest of us kind of sucked it up a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
Well, if there's anything Tag knows about, it's going to be sucking it up.
Boom! Right off the bat.
Hi-oh!
My name's Jay Alvarez. I'll be here all week, folks.
So introduce those. I'm Adam, sitting to my left.
I'm Tack, to the left.
I'm the devil.
Goddamn devil.
In so many ways.
Yeah, she's all dressed up for Halloween, buddy.
Yeah, she's dressed
None
up.
of us
It's
are. We didn't
funny
get that
about
memo.
that. You know what today is? October 31st.
Yeah, Tack.
It's Halloween.
I'm sorry. I grew up Jehovah's Witness. I don't know what that is.
The three
So
of us
no
are dressed up.
Christmas present for Jay.
The three of us are dressed up as fat podcasters. That's what we're dressed up as.
Oh.
You can't dress up as what you already are.
Ooh, sick burn.
I'm not fat P-H-A-T.
He got
Some major
you, she
shade
got
coming from
me.
this half of the room.
What's
man.
going on
Wait.
over there?
I don't
No,
know.
you guys misunderstood. I meant fat as in pretty hot and tempting.
Oh, shut up. No, you haven't meant that since 1995.
I'm the devil. I can do what I want.
It's your house. All right, so we've got a really cool episode in store for you guys tonight. Andrea and I hosted a Halloween party. Everybody from the show was invited, but Jay only showed up. Our boy Tack didn't show
So
up.
I had to work, and I didn't get home till late. But then I also had my kids, so I was hanging out with them.
We went to sleep at 7 a.m. So what time did you get off work?
I actually got off work earlier than usual.
Which was?
But I was home by like 10. What? Which is way early.
That's when our party started.
I gotcha, but I had
Yeah.
my kids, and so me and the kids were hanging out and doing pumpkin
cool.
stuff.
10 o'clock is about the time we had our... Because we ended up with about 35 people at one point in the house. People came and left, but at one point, probably around 10 to 10:30, 10:45, somewhere in there, is when we had the biggest group of people here, and that was about 35.
Yeah.
That was
And
way
two of
more
those
people in this house to
left,
have.
but then came back.
Nice.
So I don't know if that's good or not.
Who left and came back?
Alvin.
Oh, Alvin. Okay. Yeah.
Yay, Alvin.
Ow.
Thanks for coming. Love you, buddy.
Yeah, Alvin's the man. So Alvin knows, this is kind of, I didn't even write this down. This is important. There is an etiquette to partying, right? There's a certain etiquette. Some people do certain things. Some people do poor things. Like, for example, if you were to go to a party and you bring, I don't know, cookies, all right?
Okay.
Let's say brownies. Let's say you wanted to bring brownies to the party.
Are we talking like brownies, or are you talking
Not like pot brownies.
Oh,
I'm talking
okay.
just food. Let's
I
say
didn't know
you
what kind
bring
of party it was. Okay.
Let's say you bring food to the party to
Okay.
contribute to the party.
Okay.
All right. At the end of the night, if there's still food left there, what do you do with the food?
Who?
You as the party goer that's attending somebody else's
I'm
party.
a party goer, somebody
Yes.
else's party, and there's food left over.
Yeah, a little
what
bit of
do I
Your
do?
food, your brownies.
Yeah.
Oh, I would say, well, it depends. Did I bring him in my dish that I want back?
Let's say it's Tupperware you don't care about so
Okay.
much.
So I wouldn't care. Just leave it.
Yeah, you leave it. Typically, what you do at a party is you bring something and you leave the item. Like whenever we
I
go
will
somewhere.
say with the one with Tupperware, though, your name's just on it and you leave it at the party and then you get it back from the hostess.
Yeah, you always leave it.
That's-
You just make sure that somebody knows, like, hey,
Yeah.
You just
those
get your
brownies I
dish.
bought, do me a favor, keep that Tupperware on the side for me. And
Alvin demonstrated this very, very well. So Alvin brought us a bottle of Kettle One vodka, and not like he brought us the Mac Daddy bottle of Kettle One vodka in a nice little gift bag. I don't remember what was the gift bag. It was actually like a reusable tote bag
Aw, I
that you
didn't
can
see
use.
that.
It's up in one of the cabinets over there. But he knew what he was doing when he left it. That's the party's bottle. So
did he forget? Maybe he forgot.
No. He
He left it and
it's
came
a
back
house
in.
gift. You
Alvin-
never.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Alvin's a classy guy, and as a person, if he listens, I don't even know if he listens or not, but if he does, thank you, Alvin. We greatly appreciate it. At the end of that night, only about half of it was gone, or we drink half a bottle of vodka. You could look at it either way.
So you'll have to come back and help us drink it again.
See, now you guys made it difficult for Alvin because he could have been all weekend going, and I fucking left that bottle of vodka. Like, damn, I gotta get that back. How do I get that back though?
No, he's a gentleman.
He's got proper party etiquette. He knows what he's doing. He did the right thing. He greets the guests or the hosts, and then just goes and parties and has a good time and mingles and stuff. But I am, by the way, I wanted to bring this up because I am a reigning champion, sort of. Chad, a buddy of mine that also came to the party, and I were undefeated in beer pong.
I haven't played beer pong in a long time. I used to like play beer pong.
I've never played the game before officially.
It's great.
And then one of the girls said, "Hey, you guys should set up beer pong." So
definitely, if I would have been here,
I would
have been like, "Hell yeah, beer pong." What?
There was a good table in my garage to use too.
Oh yeah,
no, we didn't need a tablecloth or anything on it.
This will be a good test to see if somebody listens. Yes, we had a table in our garage that was perfect for beer pong, and it got used for sure. It was fun.
What?
I'll get in trouble if this person finds out I was using her table for beer pong.
Yeah, it was his ex-wife's.
Oh,
I'm storing some of her stuff in the garage.
Are we supposed to be cutting that part out, or?
I don't think so.
Oh, well then what was the secret?
That we're using her furniture for something for a party.
I wasn't.
But
well, it's not like you were mosh pitting on it or anything.
Well. When everybody left, we might have done some. All right, so moving on. No, it was a good time. So you guys can see it now. Jay was here, Tack. So he knew the lights and the ambiance and stuff like that. But Andrea went fucking all out to decorate for this. She bought strobe light, a fog machine, 2 projections, one that's got skulls, one that's got like a happy Halloween. A ton of those little runner lights, candles that she then drew on, so they had little faces on them and shit, like that one right there.
Yeah, pretty cool.
But, well, that one right there is mine. She separated mine from all the rest because mine isn't cool.
It doesn't go with them.
It's a candle with a face on it, but yeah, whatever.
He got his own table. It's the special one, just like Alyssa's got the mantle.
She bought cobweb to put up everywhere. She bought the little LED lights out front.
That's fake. I thought like you've been slacking on cleaning or something. I got you. All right.
No, even though I work, I'm still a good stay-at-home mom.
So that was our first party at this new place, and it didn't go over too bad. It was fun party. I had a good time.
I saw pictures of everybody. I saw Jay was dressed as white trash.
Yeah, Jay,
I was.
You take this, everybody. You got to describe this. Maybe we'll put it up on the Living Podcariously Facebook page or something. But
so what had happened was, so I wanted my costume to have layers. So and I actually planned it out like 2 weeks out. I showed up with a white plastic trash bag with Trump 2016 written on it. I had the closest thing to a trucker's cap I could find.
Wearing it.
Yeah, he was wearing the trash bag.
I was wearing the trash bag. I cut, holes for my head and arms, like if I was trying out for the wrestling team. Found the closest thing to a white trash trucker's hat I could find. Wrote Trump 2016 on the garbage bag, and that's what I was. I was white trash. But what I was hoping for, the underlying layer is I really wanted to be, that guy that wants to show up to the costume party but always forgets to buy the costume.
Yeah,
so he just goes into his pantry. That's really what I was. Not really. I mean, I had planned that out for 2 weeks, but if you ask me, what are you dressed up as? I'm dressed up as the guy who forgot to get a costume. So he improvised white trash.
It went over real well. Everyone that showed up, at least that I can remember, everyone that showed up had a costume.
I'm pretty sure everyone did.
Me and Jay probably tied for the least elaborate costume.
Well, that's what I was going to ask, because I saw all the pictures, but I never saw a picture of you, Adam.
It's because I was wearing a mask.
You didn't recognize him.
So I was the anonymous character. So I had a cape and the Guy Fawkes mask. Do you remember V for Vendetta?
I never.
That's the Guy Fawkes
anonymous guy.
Yeah. Anonymous, yes. Yeah. So figured in IT, that's kind of an easy costume to do anyway.
Gotcha.
I'm good. So the only thing was Andrea made me put on black shirt and black pants. I was just going to go jeans and a t-shirt. She's like, no. At least put a little bit of effort into it. But I took it off about 20 minutes into the party. I'm like, I got to do other things. I can't.
What did you have on?
What?
What did you change into?
The black outfit I had. I didn't actually change. I just took the cape off.
Oh. Okay.
So did you guys have the costume contest?
Yeah.
He didn't include me in that.
Well, to be fair, I tried. You were very preoccupied entertaining. I mean, that was very difficult.
But I won sexiest award. See my award up there? I had the trophy for sexiest costume.
I might be a little biased on that.
Self-awarded.
Or it was left behind and he didn't give it to anyone.
We did have who got it was Callie and Jeremy as a couple. Not that they're not a couple,
You can't give them every award though.
I didn't. I gave him the best overall with the little gift liquor that we had.
So that's best overall.
Yeah, listen, I only came to this party because I was promised it would be a goat given away. There was no goat.
We
That's
looked.
what I was waiting for.
We
What?
looked. We looked. I couldn't find a stuffed goat. I wasn't gonna get a fucking live goat. Forget that.
The one on eBay was $60 for a stuffed goat.
Yeah, for a goat. Nah, look. I love the people that came to this party, but I'm not gonna have a goat in. It would have been funny to like rent a goat for the night. Can you rent a goat?
I'm sure there's a petting zoo somewhere.
And try to tell someone they're taking it home.
And then bring it in here with a little bell on it and just hand it to
Be
somebody.
like, here, take it home. It's your new goat.
Congratulations, you won Billy.
We did have a lot of animal lovers, though. They might have actually taken us up on that and taken it home and took care of a goat.
That's true.
But no, Callie and Jeremy won. So they go all out with their costumes. They go to costume contests and win. So they came as birds of prey. And in some of the pictures, you see Callie and Jeremy
and a crow.
both. They both have these giant wings, and they're real feathers, authentic feathers. And they both built their own masks that, you know, and their mouth was exposed and their eyes were exposed, but they had paint on them, so it blended in with the mask. And when you looked at it, it looked like it was really fucking cool. So they won best in show overall. The person who would have been a really, really close runner with them, actually there's two. One of the girls that came with Alvin was dressed up, and I don't remember her costume, but it was all handmade as well. Do you know which one I'm talking about? The one that had the straw hair. I never got a picture of her. You don't know who I'm talking about, do you?
I do.
No.
She was in and out though. She wasn't here long.
Yeah, no. She left with Alvin when they just stopped by, and then they took off, and then he came back, but she never came back. That was an awesome outfit. However, Connor was also the runner-up for the best in show. He came in his full Universal Studios regalia. I don't know if I'm supposed to say Universal Studios or not, but
Probably not. Probably not. I have to cut that.
Yeah, might have to cut that out. He was decked out in a full Assassin's
I had no clue
Creed.
who he was. I was just like, Adam, who is these people?
There's some chick with her top pretty much hanging out. She was Harley Quinn, of course, and he had full mask on, full gear, everything. He looked like a character from Assassin's Creed with armor, he did pretty well. Then they hung out pretty late too. They stayed here pretty much throughout the whole night, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, I hope you had a good party. I was a little intoxicated to know if it was good or not. I was trying to talk to everyone, but
Dan and
Sounds
Steph.
fun. I wish we could have
hope
made
I
it,
made
but
it.
we couldn't. I'm sorry. But
Dan and
That's a
Steph
fun
showed up.
party,
They were
I
both
think.
in onesies, like teddy bears and stuff like that. That was
no, you make
awesome.
it sound bad. They showed up as Winnie the Pooh and the Cat in the Hat. And they were full on furry cuddly.
Okay, let's be honest. If you're just going to Walmart and buying a onesie and calling that your Halloween costume, you're cheating. You came in pajamas.
It was sold in the Halloween department, though.
That's only because they move it there during Halloween. Any other time of the year, that's over in the pajama section.
Says the guy who wore a trash bag.
Yeah, and I got mine from the hardware section.
Let's also compare.
Most costumes award definitely would have to go to me, though.
The most worn
I
throughout the
swear to
night.
God, I thought you were the host of the Tony Awards. I thought that's what you were for Halloween, because every
Changing
5
every
minutes was
10
another
minutes.
damn wardrobe change.
Yeah,
I was like, she's just hosting the Tony. She's Neil Patrick Harris. That's what she is for
I didn't
Halloween.
even think of that. That would have been a great thing to call myself.
You see, Neil Patrick Harris are hosting the Tony Awards.
Buying a onesie, by the way, from Walmart is not any higher class than going to Spirit Halloween. Let me tell you, we went to 2 of them. Spirit Halloween and Walmart are not sponsors
And
of Living
another
Pod Curiously.
Halloween store.
That's true. We went to 3, and that's about the lowest denomination of people that we've ever seen in a store. It was
I don't
brutal.
understand. What's wrong?
Just with the crowd that was at the Halloween stores when we were shopping.
Yeah.
We might have just timed it wrong or something, but it was Walmart-ish crowds. It was.
When did you go?
I don't know.
We went
You're asking the guy with a horrible memory.
on Thursday night and Friday.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I imagine that's probably the busiest nights.
Yeah, it was busy.
I was there on Spirit Store on Saturday.
Well, he was going to get a super fancy
Wasn't too
costume, but
crowded.
it was $80. I'm like, Adam, really, do we really want to spend $80 on a costume?
Hold on.
You're going to wear it for one party and be
How mu-
hot in and take it off.
Okay, for one party. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, it
I
was.
was going to ask, how much money did you spend on your costumes, but you're still
Nothing.
wearing them 3 days later?
0. This came with all the decorations I wanted to buy, and she's like, do you want a devil costume too? I was like, okay, sure.
Sweet.
The
Great.
outfit I wanted, it would have been a pain in the ass too because it was a lot of makeup. Was the clown from American Horror Story season 4, the big guy with the fucked up jaw? You ever seen American Horror Story?
No, I have not. No.
She just got me watching this, and dude, it's fucking awesome. Anyway, think scariest clown you've ever seen, kind of. Next to It.
I was gonna go with Bozo.
Pennywise, yeah.
Yeah.
Bozo?
Yeah, either
That would've
Bozo
been
or
funny.
Homie the Clown. Homie the Clown used to scare the shit out of me.
Dude, you would pull off a good Bozo. You get one of the wigs that are like the wraparound wigs. Like
I don't like this conversation anymore.
He's got that.
I don't like where this is going.
Andrea had several wigs upstairs. You can just borrow one of those.
I had everything upstairs.
Are we talking about for Halloween or for life in general? 'Cause-
Anytime. I'm not going to move the costumes. I'm just going to leave them
I
in the
really think you
bedroom.
should try that wig on. That would look awesome. On you.
Jay Alvarez with a bob.
The black wig?
It looked like you'd be like what's it like in the olden times, like a town crier or something.
Some
The poet.
Poet. Yeah.
some effeminate villager. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me.
I have a poem for you.
My wife, she's ill with the plague. Please, sir, a few shekels.
Or bring out your dead.
Bring out your dead.
So, Adam, we're going to have to check out the Halloween stores, this week and see what's on sale so we can start building up a man costume.
Yeah.
You want to build a
Accessories.
man?
She's tired
A
of you
man
already.
costume stuff so you can have costumes.
She wants,
and dress
yeah,
up.
costumes.
Costumes. So, in like 20
You can
years,
do.
you can.
Got wardrobe changes.
We can
too.
both do wardrobe changes.
Entiendo.
Nintendo.
All right, I'm trying to entiendo. I understand. So, in the spirit of Halloween, Andrea found us a really, really cool little article, and it's from livescience.com. 13 Halloween superstitions and traditions explained. So, I'll run through these real quick, and then we'll take a break and come back with our own little stories for Halloween.
It sounded like a scary Krusty the Clown.
That's pretty good.
That actually was pretty spot on.
All right, so let's start off with something simple. Black cats. Black guys. No, black cats. Often used as symbols of bad luck, black cats grace many Halloween decorations. The black cat's bad reputation dates back to the Dark Ages when witch hunts were commonplace. Elderly, solitary women were often accused of witchcraft, and their pet cats were said to be their familiars or demonic animals that had been given to them by the devil. So that's the whole tie-in for black cats with Halloween.
Was the town crier part of that, or?
All right, next up is jack-o'-lanterns. A fun fall activity, carving jack-o'-lanterns, actually has its roots in a sinister, tragic fable. Celtic folklore
Yes, this is not a basketball team in Boston.
tells the tale of a drunken farmer named Jack who tricked the devil, but his trickery resulted in him being turned away from both the gates of heaven and hell after he died. Hail.
And hail. Go straight to hail.
You don't mess with the Southern Devil.
I should have given this to Andrea to read. I'm not good at the whole reading.
The hailfire shall rain upon you.
Having no choice but to wander around the darkness of purgatory, Jack made a lantern from a turnip and a burning lump of coal that the devil had tossed him from hell.
Jack-o'-lantern.
Jack, the story goes, used the lantern to guide his lost soul. As such, the Celts believed that placing jack-o'-lanterns outside would help guide lost spirits home from when they wander the streets on Halloween. So
I'm glad we have jack-o'-lanterns out there to guide those souls.
ours are LED, though. They're not from
Those
a
are
lump of coal.
atheists. Huh?
Those are atheist-o'-lanterns?
The ghosts. Remember?
Yeah,
Lost
the ghosts are
souls. They have nowhere to
atheists, yeah.
go.
All right, next up is bats. Medieval folklore also described bats as witches' familiars. Remember what witches' familiar, or what a familiar is for a witch from the cats?
No.
It's what kind of like the harbinger of their evil spirits.
Gotcha.
And seeing a bat on Halloween was considered to be quite an ominous sign. One myth was that if a bat was spotted flying around one's house 3 times, it meant that someone in that house would soon die.
Shoot.
Another myth was that if a bat flew into your house on Halloween, it was a sign that your house was haunted because ghosts had let the bat in.
Or somebody just left the door open for a while.
Yeah.
Or because it was 1600 Pennsylvania colony, you just didn't have fucking windows.
Exactly. I want to build a bat house out back, actually. Get rid of the mosquitoes.
I thought you were giving us the address for the White House.
1600 Pennsylvania. I see what you did there. I don't like talking about this one very much, but I will. The next one is spiders. Yes.
Fuck those things especially.
I look, so real quick side story. I did about 3 months in Afghanistan. And one of my jobs out there as an IT guy was to lay the fiber cable between the buildings for the interconnectivity. And the locals had already dug us the trenches and laid the PVC conduit in there and put pull ropes in there for us to be able to pull our cable. Well, here I am. It's a 4-foot deep manhole, and it's not a manhole, it's a man box. Because on the box are 2 big concrete slabs you'd lay over with rebar, and that would seal the box. So here I am in this hole, pulling this fucking cable that weighed about 300 pounds. Fiber optic sounds light, but not when you're pulling 500 yards of it. It gets very heavy very quick. So here I am busting my ass in the middle of fucking summer in goddamn Afghanistan. And I'm pulling. And lo and behold, even though it's not in the spider family, it's not an arachnid, it's part of the scorpion or scorpid family, is a camel spider.
Right?
And let me tell you, yes, I'm afraid of spiders, but this certainly instilled the fear of God in spiders in me, that's for sure. The camel spider sitting on top of this bundle of fiber optic cable was probably, I don't know, the size of a mini football. All right, that's about the size of it. So 4 foot to me comes up to about my nipples. All right, I flat-footed jumped up on top and straddled this manhole, and then I took the rebar to try to kill the spider. I killed it successfully, but I also broke about $10,000 worth of fiber optic cable.
Totally worth it. Totally worth it.
Agreed.
That is a write-off. Yeah. As soon as you show them the body of the spider, what the hell happened here? This did. Oh, totally understood.
No, Adam, you almost did it. Throw a grenade in the manhole. You're good.
Yeah.
Then
No,
you're
wait.
good.
You didn't use fire. Hold on. Let me get you. This is what we call an incendiary grenade. And what this will do is it will light everything.
Yeah. Spiders freak me the hell out. All right. So anyway, enough about Adam being a pussy.
So cute.
Spiders. A common source of fear spiders make for creepy crawly Halloween staples. Staple through a spider sounds good. They join the ranks of bats and black cats in folklore as being evil companions of witches during medieval times. One superstition held that if a spider falls into a candle-lit lamp and is consumed by the flame, witches are nearby. There's no other way I think a spider should die, by the way. Fire.
Alcohol works.
And
Nope. Fire. Fire's it. That's
Yeah.
it. Fire.
You know what I did do in the desert one time? I had a compressed air can. I killed one by turning the compressed air can upside down and freezing it, then hitting it with a hammer. Because you can't catch a camel spider just with a hammer.
If you can't do it with fire, Demolition Man is absolutely the way to go.
Yes.
You
like
can
that?
kill a scorpion with rubbing alcohol, though.
Really?
Yeah, put it in there in a glass jar, cover the top, pour the alcohol in, watch it go.
Sounds fun and a little creepy. If you spot a spider on Halloween, goes the superstition. Let's see if you can guess what that is, Tack. What do you think happened? What do you think the superstition is if you spot a spider on Halloween?
If you spot a spider on Halloween, that means that your second born child will
I have
He
not
says
seen a
matter
spider.
of factly.
I have not seen a spider. Dude.
will. I don't know.
You were going somewhere good with that, then it kind of fell off a cliff.
You're a witch. You're a
You
witch.
didn't say what
Burn him
I
at the
haven't seen a
stake.
spider.
Did you
What?
read the stories, Andrea, in here?
No, I didn't.
What do you think happens? What do you think? What do you think the superstition is if you see a spider on Halloween?
Your second born
You
child.
use the jack-o'-lantern that's sitting outside as a base of as a
Squish.
source of your fire.
To shine a light for the Celtics?
No, you
what is
take the
it?
flame out of the jack-o'-lantern and you set the house on fire.
What's
The
the
bad luck for
superstition?
7 years?
That's breaking a mirror. Close, though.
Bad luck for 6 years?
What do you think, Jay? Any guess?
No, I'm killing the spider. I don't give a That's what I do if I see a spider on Halloween. I'm killing it.
If you see a spider on Halloween, it means that the spirit of a deceased loved one is watching over you.
Oh, I was close.
I need to go start looking around. I know there's one under there somewhere because when I hung those lights
You
up,
shut
I
your
saw
mouth,
one.
wench, because I will set your house on fire and I will be justified. There's candles
No,
already
no.
there.
It's like in one of the daddy long legs. They eat mosquitoes.
That doesn't make it better.
He's cool over here by this door.
Daddy
Have you
longlegs
seen
are
my
harmless.
legs from that party? He made me put on tights because I look
I
like the
didn't
poster
make her.
child for Zika. Literally.
Yeah, I got it.
Literally.
I got ate the fuck
my
up too.
entire legs are covered. No, like thousands.
Yeah,
Like,
she has
I'm not even
an
exaggerating.
unbelievable amount of
I look
bites.
like I have chicken
Why?
pox.
Because she was drunk
I'll
and
show
didn't
you
know
guys
she was
later.
getting bit.
Oh.
I'm out there getting bit. I'm like, God damn, I'm going to eat no, I haven't got a single bite. Oh, yeah, she did.
Like,
All right.
millions.
Next up is witches, the stereotypical image of the haggard witch with a pointy black hat and a warty nose stirring a magical potion in her cauldron actually stems from a pagan goddess known as the Crone, Crone, who was honored during Samhain?
Samhain.
What's Samhain?
It's like Halloween.
Oh.
But, like the pagan version.
The ginger heathen would know this.
The Crone.
Wow. Racist.
The Crone was also known as the Old One and the Earth Mother, who symbolized wisdom, change, and the turning of the seasons. Today, the kind, all-knowing old crone has morphed into the menacing, cackling witch.
Well, yeah, how else were the Christian Puritans supposed to convince you to stop respecting her? Like, we will vilify her, and they will know that there is only one God, and that is the God we invented.
Next up is the cauldrons. The pagan Celts believed that after death, all souls went into the crone's cauldron, which symbolized the Earth Mother's womb. That's the pussy of Earth? Is that what that means?
That's
No,
quite
no,
what a
her
womb
womb.
is.
it's the uterus.
Oh, okay.
Uterus.
There, the souls awaited reincarnation as the goddess's stirring allowed for new souls to enter the cauldron and old souls to be reborn. The image of the cauldron of life has now been replaced by the steaming, bubbling, ominous brew.
Interesting.
Ooh, next up is Witch's Broomstick.
Sweeping. Dust.
Harry Potter. The witch...
Harry Peter? What?
Harry Peter.
Oh.
The witch's broomstick is another superstition that has its roots in medieval myths. In medieval mists tech. The elderly introverted women that were accused of witchcraft were often poor and could not afford horses, so they navigated through the woods on foot with the help of walking sticks, which were sometimes substituted by brooms. English folklore tells that during nighttime ceremonies, witches rubbed a flying potion on their bodies, closed their eyes, and felt as though they were flying. The hallucinogenic ointment, which caused numbness, rapid heartbeat, and confusion, gave them the illusion that they were soaring through the sky. I want some of that.
That's an orgasm. That's literally an orgasm.
They put a stick between their legs.
They put that warming lotion where in mommy's favorite place.
Vicks Vapor Rub.
Yep.
Take a broomstick, and then they get an orgasm.
Did you hear about the Harry Potter broomstick after the first Harry Potter movie came out? Did you hear about this thing? So they sold all these... I mean, come on, let's face it. They capitalized as much as they could. They sold these broomsticks. The commercials for this is great. And the broomstick, literally, it has a switch and had batteries. It was a big, long, giant plastic broom with, whatever. It was like a giant vibrator. And kids, like parents all over the place, were going back to the manufacturer and complaining because it was doing things to their children that they did not want to happen at that young of an age. Real story, unbelievably true.
No, mommy, I don't want to go to school. I want to play with my broom.
Next up, trick-or-treating in costumes. In olden times, it was believed that during Samhain, or Samhain, whatever, or Halloween, the veil between our world and the spirit world was thinnest, and that the ghosts of the deceased could mingle with the living. The superstition was that visiting ghosts could disguise themselves in human form, such as a beggar, and knock on your door during Samhain, asking for money or food. If you turn them away empty-handed, you risk receiving the wrath of the spirit and being cursed or haunted.
AKA an egg to your door.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, next up, we only have a couple more of these to go. Next up is Halloween colors.
Orange and black.
Is this like
Black and yellow,
Just
black
like-
and yellow, black
it's
and
like
yellow.
my colors, yo? Is that what this is?
No.
Yeah. It's
No?
Halloween gang
I don't
colors.
think there's a Halloween gang.
If so, that'd be the coolest, raddest looking gang in the world. I'm just
We should
saying.
start right now.
Halloween gang.
Yep. You guys aren't dressed up though, so we can't.
So does that make you our leader?
Yep.
All right. The traditional Halloween colors of orange and black actually stem from the pagan celebration of autumn and the harvest, with orange symbolizing the colors of the crops and turning leaves, and black marks the death of summer and the changing season. Over time, green, purple, and yellow have also been introduced into the color scheme of Halloween decorations. Nowhere in this did it ever say anything about black lights or dry ice. I'm really upset about that, but all right, that's all right.
Well, see, back in the olden days, dry ice didn't exist.
What about black lights, though?
Did any ice?
No, black lights always exist. No.
Attack, racist. Black guys have been around for a long time, dude.
But black lights are purple.
Yeah.
Actually, black lights are ultraviolet.
Back in my day, black lights were actually lights.
All right,
Black
so
lights matter.
Black lights matter. I like that. I like.
God.
Let's coin that phrase.
I don't know. We might have to delete that. I don't know.
Well, how much hate mail do we want during Guy?
I left in last week. I left
An
in.
email would be great.
I left in my voice where I portrayed a black person. I left that in, and I said, I don't know why I went black with that. You remember?
Yeah.
I left that in. We'll keep your black lights matter.
All right.
Mischief Night is the next one. From some, namely troublesome teenagers, Halloween is also a time for neighborhood pranks. From egging and toilet papering houses. From egging and toilet papering houses to smashing jack-o'-lanterns, quote, Devil's Night, can be full of mischief and menace. The ancient Celts celebrated Samhain.
Yeah.
Samhain with bonfires, games, and comical pranks. By the 1920s and 30s, however, the celebration became more rowdy, with rising acts of vandalism, possibly due to the tension caused by the tension caused by the Great Depression. According to Jack Santino's, quote, Halloween and Other Festivals of Death and Life, University of Tennessee Press, 1994, to curb the vandalism, adults began to hand out candy, reigniting the forgotten tradition of trick-or-treating. Interesting. So in the 20s and 30s, they didn't hand out candy for trick-or-treaters until it became a problem. That was almost like a bribe to bribe the teenagers from vandalizing your place.
Yep.
This successfully replaced most of the mischief elements from October 31st celebrations. So the troublemakers instead adopted October 30th as their official night to pull pranks and wreak havoc.
Wow.
Oh, missed that one. Good. Whew.
Interesting.
Also going on top of the Depression, Prohibition.
Yeah, that's a good point. Must smash your house unless you give me your vodka.
Yeah.
I'm glad that didn't happen. Whew.
This is a little upbeat. Candy apples. Everybody likes a candy apple, right?
No.
Yeah.
Just me? Goddamn. Fucking.
Caramel apples are better than candy apples.
Isn't that the same thing?
So that's what that is.
No, a candied apple is a totally different top.
I don't think it is.
Yeah, no.
Oh, no,
there's
I mean, there's definitely
Look
like
it up.
That picture has a bunch of different
Candy
candies on them.
apples and caramel apples are
caramel
totally
apples fall under the candied apple. I know what you're going for, but they fall under the same umbrella.
Candied apples have that hard
Yeah.
reddish shell on them. A caramel apple is a caramel on the apple.
Let's see what Live Science thinks about this.
Yes, dear.
Candy apples are popular Halloween treats, and the sugary fruit on a stick was handed out during the early days of trick-or-treating in North America, before concerns over unwrapped candy became an issue. Today, candy apples can be covered in caramel or chocolate with nuts, as well as the classic shiny red syrup. The fusion of Celtic and Roman traditions is behind Halloween's candy apple staple. Samhain was, Halloween was around the time the Roman festival honoring Pomona, the goddess of fruit trees. Pomona? Isn't that a website? Oh, that's Pandora. The goddess is often symbolized by an apple.
Pomona. Sorry.
Jonathan!
Also,
Angela.
Pomona was also the patron saint of the pumice stone.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Because I know that.
I don't get it. I missed the joke. I don't get it.
That's all right, Adam. If you look up in the dictionary, gullible isn't actually in there.
Really? The goddess is often symbolized with an apple, so the fruit became synonymous with Samhain's celebrations of the harvest. I think that was the last one. Let's see. Oh, no, there's another one.
Oh,
Bobbing for apples. In ancient times, the apple was viewed as a sacred fruit that could be used for to predict the future. Bobbing for apples is one of the traditional games used for fortune-telling on Halloween night. It was believed that the first person to pluck an apple from the water-filled bucket without using their hands would be the first to marry.
we're playing that later.
I'd love
right,
to.
guys?
I'd love to see Adam in a thong bobbing for apples.
Stop it. If the bobber lucked out and caught an apple on the first try, it meant that they would experience true love, while those who got an apple after many tries would be fickle in their romantic endeavors. Another myth was that if a girl put her bobbed apple under her pillow on Halloween night, she would dream about her future husband.
What?
I'm so gonna bob for apples.
I thought he already told you no.
Well, I can
What?
still dream.
No, I don't mean no about the you know from our earlier conversation. You meant to cut this out.
I could just picture like an angry tooth fairy like waking you up like, what the fuck is this?
Are these
is an
these apples or balls?
Apples. Bobbing for apples. You don't ever bob for balls. Do you?
I grew up in Oklahoma. We have different Halloween traditions.
Oh.
Oh God.
And
We
who's
don't
Bob?
waste our fruit.
Tack, when do you think candy corn was invented?
Let's
1904.
say
Not a bad guess, but wrong.
1936.
Not a bad guess again, but wrong. Go with Price is Right rules here.
I'm a big believer in Lewis Black's theory on candy corn. All the candy corn in the world was created years ago, and it's just recycled every year after it's thrown into the garbage and discarded away like candy corn should be.
You didn't do it right. You gotta
can't-
get angry. When
Yeah,
you
I'm not Lewis Black.
And you got to use your fingers and wait. Is that the right guy?
Candy
Yeah, no,
that's
that's
the
the
right
same guy. Yeah,
was
he
made
uses
in the
his
same
fingers.
Yeah.
year.
Can I
Yeah,
guess
no, it was
again?
all made. It's all cleaned off, and they clean it. And better, you feel better. And yeah, that was it. I assume all candy corn was invented in the year 1985.
85. All right.
1886.
Wow.
Oh, are we doing a round two?
It's a
Yeah,
lot
yeah,
closer.
Oh, a lot closer. Oh, cool. 1807, Bob.
I'm going to give this one to Andrea.
Yay, I win.
It was in the 1880s.
But he didn't get
Oh,
you.
I did. It was 1880,
he said 85.
1884.
I
was
said
my next
1985.
guess. He said 1985.
That was
Yeah,
Back
candy
to
corn
Back
and
to the Future.
Yeah, candy corn and Marty McFly were both one.
Latest
1884.
It doesn't actually have. This is 1880s.
Oh, then I was right.
The candy most synonymous with Halloween, candy corn, was invented in the late 1880s, so 86 maybe, and began to be mass produced in the early 1900s. The original process for making candy corn was cumbersome and time consuming, as each color of syrup had to be heated in a large vat and carefully poured by hand into specially shaped molds.
Which is why they haven't made any since the 1900s.
But the yellow, orange, and white candy, meant to resemble a corn kernel, was a huge hit and remains popular part of Halloween to this day.
I do have a funny candy corn story. If you
Yeah,
wanna
go
hear-
ahead.
Oh, okay.
That's
thanks.
That's us waiting in anticipation.
that is the end of the
I'll be the one.
Halloween traditions list. So
Okay.
thank you, Life
So,
Science.
When I was in the Navy, okay, you guys know what, like the Dixie Cup hat?
the Navy. Sorry, I'm going to say it every time you say Navy.
The white Dixie Cup hat that you're
Yes.
the famous. Okay.
Yeah, cute little
Okay.
hat.
So, those hats provide like zero sunblock. Okay. We were doing like this award ceremony that we had to practice all day and stuff. So I was out in the sun all day long. I don't know if you guys know this, but I burn easily.
No.
Oh, I see where this is going.
So, once I took my hat off, we got done for the night, whatever, took my hat off, my friends started laughing at me. And I'm like, what? Because I had the hat on, which covers from here to here, right?
From
So-
your eyebrows to the top of
To
your
your
head.
head, yeah. So you put it like right above your eyebrows is where it goes. So I had this perfect line right above my eyebrows where I got no sun, and then my face was completely red. So they're like, you look like a candy corn. Because like my face is red. I had like a white stripe on my forehead, and then my hair is like orange or whatever.
I think I know what I'm going to Photoshop for our episode cover art for this one is Tack's face candy corned it up.
So I thought that was pretty clever.
Does anyone like candy corn?
I do. I like candy. I
Yeah,
just grabbed a little handful.
I would eat like maybe 2 or 3 and I'm good.
Yeah, that's about all I
My
would
daughter
do.
absolutely loves it.
I had a friend that was in love with candy corn.
She
Obsessed.
loved it. And
She loved
licorice.
it.
I eat like 2 before I resent the fact that I'm eating it.
I would only eat if it was on something like where they made like a little cute little candy out of it, and it was like
Like a turkey,
like a turkey,
Reese's
and
turkey.
that was
Yeah.
its nose.
I used to eat candy corn as a kid and loved it. Now I'm like, if it's there, I'll eat it.
You know
for
what?
kids.
A couple of weeks ago,
pretty.
you asked us what's one of those things that we used to love and now we hate. Candy corn. Yep.
That's a great one. Yeah.
Yep.
Spot on.
Candy corn.
You guys remember those Halloween candies that are really generic that just come in an orange and black wrapper?
Oh yeah, I love
Reese's
those.
peanut butter
I
cups?
learned to love those.
Those are good.
Mary Jane's.
No, well, they're not quite Mary
No,
Jane's,
they were
but
called Mary Jane's.
I think Mary Jane's different where I come from.
No, they were
no,
called
Mary Jane's is different. Mary
They were
Jane's
like
were
peanut buttery. Like
yes,
sweet.
those the black and orange one. There's a peanut butter. It's like chewy peanut butter
Yeah,
candy.
yeah.
Mary Jane's are crispier. They're like almost little wafers.
I don't even know what that is.
I've
I've never even heard of that.
No, I almost got some, but then I was like, people are gonna think I'm a cheapskate. But I just
I love
remembered them from being
Which
a kid.
ones are you talking about?
I think
the
the candy.
black and white ones that
Oh,
are
yeah,
just
yeah.
wrapped up, or orange and black. They're just wrapped up.
I
It's
don't-
like round and round.
You don't know what-
twisted
I don't
Which
even
one
know
we're
what
talking
you
about?
guys are talking. You guys have lost me.
It's like
I'll show you.
orange
Well, first of
candy
all,
twisted on the side.
Okay, let's stop. The only thing that Mary Jane brings about is peanut butter afterwards because that's when the munchies come in.
these are Mary Jane's, but they're
Oh,
crispy.
you're right. You're
Crispy.
right. Yeah.
But then you have like
I'm picturing the black and orange things are round twisted on the sides.
The twist, the
Yeah,
candy's twisted, or the wrapper.
wrapper is twisted
I'm
on
gonna
the sides,
show
so it's
you-
round.
I'm
with
thinking
the little-
Werther's original here,
no.
No.
which is
show
a
you
damn good
It
candy.
was like the cheap candy in your bag.
It's
You'd
going
be like,
to be
"Crap,
a
it's
lovely
full of this
night."
shit.
Yeah, it's hold on. Look at
You
this
have to
picture
learn to
load.
love it. You just have to learn to like
It's
it.
these.
Zach's going to show me a picture of his balls here in a second, isn't he?
It's these right here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's all right. Yeah. It's like dollar store candy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, those are the cheap candies that your grandparents give you.
Yeah.
Those are good though. A lot of people don't like them.
You have to learn to like them. I learned to like them because people would give me like 20 of those for one other candy bar, like snack size candy bar.
It's like those and the generic strawberry candies that the wrapper
Those are
looks like
good,
a strawberry.
too.
Yeah, those are like the old candies that like Doña Maria in like apartment 702 gave you because she hated kids knocking on her
No,
door.
what's bad is when
I
you get
liked
a
all that.
candy cane. When you get a candy cane in your trick or treat bag,
Because you know that's from
not
last
good.
year or the year before.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're not giving away their new candy canes, and why would they buy candy canes in
My-
October?
My parents used to take me to some cool neighborhoods in North Carolina to go get candy. Because the neighbor where we lived was a half mile back on a dirt road. My grandmother had this giant lot of land, so we didn't really have any neighbors. So my parents would take me out places to go get candy, and they would always take me to the really nice, rich neighborhoods. God damn it, if there isn't always somebody on the street, this one street that we'd always go to every year, there's a dentist, and every year he'd give a
Toothbrush.
toothbrush and dental floss for your trick or treat.
That's so nice. That was a lot of money you spent on that.
A kid doesn't want that. A kid wants
It's like a
Candy.
buck a kid.
My favorite part about trick or treating is picking out all those poisoned Reese's peanut butter cups
Agreed.
out of my kids'
Eating 'em?
bags.
much agreed. Much agreed.
Oh, I never told my daughter that. I just wait till she went to sleep. I just ate what I wanted.
Let's take a quick break and come back. I've got a couple of things I want to talk to you guys about, but we also we're supposed to do a little bit of homework and tell a little story for Halloween. Doesn't have to be scary. Doesn't have to be ghosty. Just
Should be.
a story.
That was the thing. I said everyone come back with a haunted story to tell at a campfire.
A campfire story.
Yeah.
A haunted ghost campfire story.
My story's not haunted.
That's what I said to tell.
Mine's a scary story.
Thank you.
It
Ty.
might be a longer break so Adam can find a new story.
Okay.
All right, we'll be right back. Well, so for everyone out there, we want you to be involved in the show. So engage with us. Send us an email to show@livingpodcariously, or go to our Facebook page, right on our wall. Send us a message. Let us know what you want us to talk about. If you want to send Andrea a question for the Guyry, shoot her a message on Facebook and tell her it's for Living Podcariously's Guyry, and she'll ask your question. Yeah, that's it. And welcome back to Living Podcariously. I'm going to stick with my story, Andrea. I'm going to stick with it. Before we get started in these stories, I want to talk to you guys about something for both of our shows. So both for Living Podcariously and the Twisted 10. I don't actually know anybody for this service yet. So if there's a listener out there that knows of a good company, or unless you guys know of a good company, Tack, you might with your former podcast. I'm looking for a merch company, somebody to do shirts and stickers and just merchandise for us. So you're going to be
underwear.
Absolutely, we're going to do women's thongs. I'm sure they'll be a big seller. You're redesigning our logos.
Yes.
And with our logo redesign and our new branding footprint, the whole 9 yards, what we're going to do, we're going to redo the website, create a website for the Twisted 10, and just rebrand the shows so it's more palatable. In
Twisted 10 or Living Vicariously?
Both. Well, the Twisted 10 logo doesn't really need a whole lot of work, but
hell no, that's like my best work. I'm proud of that.
it's a good logo. It really is.
I don't know if you need like a different version of the logo.
We will need, for whatever company we end up going with, they need the raw image files. I don't know what vector graphics is what they're called. So they need the vector graphics so they can...
They do it all in After Effects, so I mean, I don't know what they want.
That might do it. All a vector graphic means is if you expand it to, let's say you have a logo that's 1600 by 1600.
Yeah.
All right.
It is.
If you expand it to 16,000 by 16,000 pixel,
Right.
it doesn't create those pixelated effects. Vector graphics allows it to grow, and the application like Photoshop or whatever compensates and fills in those blanks that it sees in the pixels
So they
with
need
image.
they need more bigger than 1600.
I don't know. I have no idea
Okay,
yet.
you'd have to find out.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure
that's
it out.
easily changed. It's just some changes in the comp settings is all it would be.
Okay.
I think I've double checked.
If you're using anything Adobe, there'll be something in there to export as vector, so you can
Yeah.
can see. I mean, it's definitely there, and it's a different file extension.
Okay,
But
gotcha.
anyway, what I want to talk to you guys about. So every podcast, every radio station, every type of thing out there has certain types of merchandise that they like to sell. Listeners like to represent the shows that they enjoy. So baseball hats or visors
Stickers.
or stickers for cards or whatever, magnets or something, something like that. We're definitely doing that. But I was thinking, what did you guys, let's come up with something that's unique. That
Jock straps.
not everybody, a jock strap. Nobody will be able to see that logo though.
It's unique.
That is unique. I'll give you that. Good thinking, but let's have something that's more exterior facing.
Exterior jock strap.
We're bringing it back. The exterior jockstrap never quite made its
Fanny
heyday.
packs are coming back, actually.
No, they're not.
Fanny
Yes.
packs?
No,
They
absolutely
are.
not. No.
People are wearing fanny
When
packs.
I was a kid,
So we should have a living podcast.
when I was like 12, 13, fanny packs were big, but not like in the back, like near fanny. You wore them in the front.
Yeah, like a German tourist father.
Yes.
Well, no, it was more like a skater kid. Like I had one. It was a what's the name of that company? Vision Streetwear one. I don't know if you guys remember that company at all. I'm showing my age. Back when I was a teenager, like 13
I was more of a
years
surfer.
old.
We clashed.
Yeah, we did.
I was a skater chick.
I'm
Yeah.
the dude that beat both of you up and took your lunch money.
pretty much. Yeah.
But they were popular, like in the front. It's kind of like a man purse or a satchel, if you will.
I always wanted to cut a hole in a fanny
love
pack,
it.
wear it on the front, and put my dick in it. Just
I love how you just tried to justify wearing a fanny pack, but then called it a man purse. Like you knew.
Well, I had
Like,
all kinds of shit in it, so I'd wear it, at school. But I was like, oh, let me check. Zip.
I can't see a man with a fanny pack without imagining his voice sounding like this, and it is our first time in this country.
I was walking around school with a school map.
We are from Bavaria.
Excuse me,
man, that's kind of a cool thing.
where's the
Old-
cafeteria?
Throwback to like I absolutely fucking loved the Trapper Keeper.
Dude.
Awesome.
Trapper Keeper was the shit.
Dude, you weren't shit if you didn't have a trapper keeper. You needed two things in school to be cool. You needed a trapper keeper, and when you opened up your wallet, you needed that list of beeper codes that fell out. That was it. If you didn't have either one of those, you
must have
weren't
been
shit.
rich. We didn't have beepers.
I didn't have a beeper. I had the beeper codes. So I could communicate with my rich friends that had beepers.
I had a generic trapper keeper.
A generic
So
one.
yours didn't have a triangle and a Lamborghini on it?
It didn't have like the background of
It
those
wouldn't
80s
last
school
till
pictures.
Christmas. It'd fall apart by Christmas. I had to get a new one.
You might have a Trapper
Hey,
Cooper.
we might have just come up with
That's
it.
it.
Fanny packs and Trapper Keepers for our new branding
Holy
logos.
shit! I would love that.
Do it.
Absolutely love that.
But no, put your head to it and think what kind of
You have
merchandise
to think about.
would sell. That's it. That's the other thing
Well,
too.
you need coffee cups.
Light bulbs.
Absolutely coffee cups.
Light
Shot
bulbs?
glasses.
Toilet paper.
Toilet paper with our logos. We don't want people wiping their shit with our Living Pod Curiously logo. Well, do we?
Everyone needs toilet paper.
Yeah,
Shot
is that what
glasses.
you want people to associate us with?
Shot
like,
glasses
every
is not
time
bad.
they see the logo and they're like, I
But
really
think
got to
of
run.
the relief and satisfaction you get when you're in the bathroom.
True. I don't like using inked. I personally don't like using
foreplay.
Inked toilet paper. I want plain
Have you ever
white.
used ink toilet paper?
Yeah.
I have
No,
not.
because I don't want to. I don't want to rub ink on my
Yeah.
anus.
It doesn't have to be ink that rubs
Ink
off.
on your anus. There's a soundbite.
That's a band name right there. Inked anus. We are inked anus.
Maybe it's scented ink that makes you smell better.
Scented ink.
That's not.
Well, okay,
that's-
so you have to think of merchandise that's always going to be seen. Something's always going to look at.
Obviously, hats. Those are the easy ones. Hats and T-shirts. That's easy. But what's
I
something?
like coffee mugs.
Something that's unique. Beer bottle openers, maybe. That's kind of different, but not
Everyone
really.
does it.
Yeah, everyone does do that, don't they?
Engagement rings.
And it could be. Okay,
I see where she's going with that.
I do too.
Or just one.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I can't really. If you have an idea for merchandise for Living Podcariously, send us an email to show@livingpodcariously because we're in that midst of planning for the future.
Merchandising.
Yeah.
Beach balls.
Where the real money from the movie is made.
Beach towels. Surfboards.
Ooh, see, I can get behind some surfboard action now. I'm just saying.
We start small with beach towels and sand castle building equipment.
All right. Also, we are looking for a company. So, Tack, I don't know if you know anybody that used to do merchandising or not, or Jay, if you know anybody. I have no clue who to even contact for that, other than going online and looking for like merchandise vendors.
There's a lot of like ones out there that will do all that shit, but it's pretty cheap, and like cheap meaning not
Made in
inexpensive,
Taiwan?
but cheap, well, whatever. I mean, it's like, here's your logo, and then you give them a logo, and then we'll put it on anything you want. Here's some examples,
I'm not running
And
for
they-
any political office, so I'm okay with it being made in China, Taiwan.
Right. But I mean, here's the thing too, like you don't pay for it until you order it. So I mean, that's a good thing. And usually if the consumer's ordering it,
Would I pay for it before I ordered it?
unless you're ordering some stuff to get in, like say you're ordering hats, t-shirts, stickers, whatever, stuff for us to have and give away. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So,
All right.
I mean, there's a couple places like that online. I'll do some research, but I don't know if you'll be interested.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Keep your eye open for that because we're almost
I'll
at that
do
point.
better than that. I'll keep both eyes open for that.
Yeah. All right. So you guys ready for this? You ready
we got to start the fire.
You ready for story time?
Yeah, start the fire.
All right. Let's get
Has
this
to be
going.
spooky.
Let me put it-
Ooh, we can brand our own campfire logs.
Ooh, I like that.
Living Podcariously fire logs going on the fire now. See how well they burn?
Logging
Look at
podcariously.
that. Fire started right
Logging
away.
vicariously.
It's amazing.
All right. So for this, you guys, I don't remember who actually brought it up first, but
It's windy.
this is going to be originally spooky stories was kind of the idea, but Halloween stories, something around.
Right, the one
Halloween.
night we come out and do a campfire, it's storming.
Yeah.
Let me find a different
Very
soundbite.
spooky
No, I
Halloween
like it. All right.
stories by the campfire.
All right. Who wants to go first?
Well, Andrea obviously put all the work into this.
No.
She put a lot of work into it,
go
yeah.
first.
You mean to take the first one?
The one that's not a haunted Halloween scary story?
It's not. It's kind of creepy because it's true.
Let me do mine first because mine also happens to be true.
Take it.
All right.
All right. Let's all get nice and cozy.
I know, right?
Jay, stand up in the fire. Let's see here the
In
glow.
the
off
Stand
of your
in the
face.
fire. What the fuck is this?
No, not in the fire.
Wait, is this because I'm brown? Is that why? Hey, let's get rid of the beater real quick. Hey, go stand in that fire there, Paco. What's wrong?
He did it.
Smells like steak.
Nothing like a
It smells
murder
like
on
chorizo.
Halloween.
Racist.
All right. Whenever you're ready, take it away.
Love Mexican food.
Hey, let's get some carne asada. Jay, hop in the fire.
Smells like arroz con pollo.
Yeah, oddly enough, that's what I had for lunch. So it was a dark and starry night. And I was in my car, and I was driving up the road
Yeah.
when I saw a flash. Oh. I looked up in my mirror, and I saw a Brevard County sheriff's officer. He was flashing his flashing his lights at my car, and
Yeah.
so I pulled over. Try to find a well lit area, but I couldn't. So I pulled over, totally at the mercy of what I hoped was an actual Brevard County Sheriff's deputy. And he came up to my car, and I happened to be wearing this garbage bag that said Trump 2016. I was on my way to a Halloween party. I don't know if any of you are familiar with Brevard County, Florida Sheriff's deputies. 99% of them are voting for Donald Trump.
Yes, I'm very aware.
So I was very scared.
I have a buddy who's like good friends with Sheriff Ivey, so
Yeah,
very big Republican.
big Trump demographic. So I'm wearing a plastic garbage bag with Trump 2016 written cheaply and hastily in permanent marker. And
It's windy.
this police officer comes up to my car. I roll my windows down, and I have my license, registration, everything's ready to go. So and like a good Hispanic, I always have that stuff readily accessible. So I hand it up to him. We chit chat a little bit. I can chit chat my way out of a speeding ticket if I need to. I've got boobs. So
They work for guys too.
yeah. Who knew? I mean, depends on the cop, I guess. So I hand him my documentation, and he looks down. He flashes flash at him. He sees that I'm wearing a trash bag, and he's overcome with curiosity. And he says, "What the hell are you wearing?" I looked up and I said, it's a garbage bag." And he said, okay. And just a very confused look on his face. Bewilderment was definitely on his face. And he walked back to his car, did whatever it is he does.
We got a guy wearing a garbage bag again.
Yeah, no. Luckily, no other car showed up. So I knew I was in the clear when I didn't see a second patrol car ride up on
I
him.
got a Democrat. I need backup.
So he comes up. Well, he didn't see what was written on it because I had my arms kind of crossed.
Okay.
So he just saw that I was wearing a trash bag. So he comes back to my window, and like I said, we were chit-chatting. I'm friendly with cops. I try to, alleviate whatever fear that would come up from pulling over Hispanic gentlemen. I'm like, hey, man, look, I'm cool. Whatever you need to do, I'm okay. So he comes up. He sees me. I'm back in the plastic bag, and at first he thought I was trying to lose weight, like, that old wrestling technique.
Sure.
He's like, did you just finish jogging? I'm still trying to figure out why you're wearing a garbage bag. And as he said that, I was like scratching my head, and I had one hand on the steering wheel, so he saw that it said Trump 2016. And he's like, does that say Trump 2016?
No.
on the trash bag? And at this point, we had already spoken a little bit, so I knew he was voting for Trump. So I said, yes.
I'm supporting.
So what's the deal with this trash bag? What the hell are you doing? I'm on my way to a costume party. Well, what the hell is this costume? White trash, sir. I'm white trash. I am white trash. That is what I'm going as, sir. Uh-huh. And he just looks at me. He's like, uh-huh. Hands me the ticket with my license registration. Like, you got 30 days. Sign here.
I would have said I was a supporter.
Yep, nope. That wasn't going to fly. At that point, you just own it. I mean, he chuckled afterwards when I gave him, when I was giving him his pen. He's like, white trash. You don't have any meth in the car, do you? And I was like, no, sir. No, I absolutely do not have any drugs in this car. So I had so many drugs in my... No, I did not. I did not have any drugs in my car. And, yeah, so
Dead
that
bodies? You didn't ask
no
about
dead bodies. No.
So
I had already dumped them.
So the cop's thinking that's what you think of his people, right?
Yeah. Yep. No,
got it.
totally passed judgment on him and all of his kind.
Good story.
Yep.
That's
Scary as all
and
shit.
the ticket's true, right? You really got a ticket for
is
it?
true. Ticket is true. He did help me out, though. I was going 86 miles an hour on I-95. He brought it down to 77.
Well, that's nice.
Yes, very nice.
86 still isn't that fast. I go that fast all the time on I-95.
86. Well, I don't know what the rule is in Florida because I really never get pulled over. I know in Georgia, if you're going 20 miles an hour over the speed limit, you're going to jail. That's it. That's an automatic arrest. And I was 4 miles an hour away from that. So,
Damn.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good story. Okay, so we're changing up the ambiance tack.
Oh, yeah?
Andrea's right. We needed something a little bit spookier.
Okay. We're sticking out the fire, though, right?
Yeah. We'll still add,
Okay,
I'll add a fire in there.
I'm still not getting in this fire.
All right, so let's see what you guys think about this. Oh, yeah, a little creepy.
Sounds like my 5th grade dance.
Now you can tell scary stories.
Now we can tell some scary stories. All right, who's up next?
All right. At the end of a quiet road, behind a veil of twisted black oak trees, there was a house. I need my glasses.
Tax, she's using her phone, not pieces of paper this week.
A woman lived there. On bitter nights like this one, she sat by the fire and read until she grew tired enough for sleep. But on this night, her lids grew heavy. She was startled by a sound she wasn't accustomed to hearing these days. Who could be calling, she wondered, and this late? She rose from her chair and picked up the phone. Hello? I'm going to kill you, a man said in a deep voice. Who is this? She asked. No answer. Who is this? She repeated, her hand trembling. There was a click. Silence. She quickly dialed the police and explained what had happened. The officer told her to wait while he traced the call. After a few moments, he said, "This call is coming from inside your house."
Ooh.
That doesn't make sense, she said. How could someone be inside my house? He probably broke in, he said. Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense. And that's not everything, he said. I'm not a police officer.
What?
You
Wait a minute,
aren't?
what?
No, I'm the killer guy from before. I never actually hung up. But I heard a click. The man made a clicking sound with his mouth. Like that, he said. Wow, that's really good. Thanks. So, are you really inside my house? Yeah, totally. Where? The man's breathing grew heavier. I like your hair, he said. Wait, you can see me? Yes. Wait, you like my hair? If you can see me, then what am I wearing? Looks like a blouse from Banana Republic and a skirt from Ann Taylor Loft. Wow, you really can see me. I can also see... Wait, what the hell is that? What? There's a person, a ghost, hovering near you. It's sort of hard to trust you after that click thing. No, I'm serious, over by the couch. The woman turned and gasped. Oh my God, I see it. I knew this place was haunted. Jesus Christ, is that a kid? Oh, he's all translucent. Looks like a little boy. What does he want? I think he wants to play. He's holding a kite. The ghost boy floated closer and spoke. Play with me. Oh my God, he can talk, the man said. Play with me.
So now the killer is seeing the ghost too?
The ghost boy repeated.
Oh, God.
Oh, no, thank you, the man said. He can't hear you, the woman said. Oh, well, put me on speaker. Hold on, she said. Try now. We don't want to play with you, okay, Junior? Just run along. Why? The boy said, cocking his head to one side. Playing is fun. No, it isn't, the man yelled. Who are you? The ghost boy asked the woman. Why are you in my house? Oh, I'm Ellen. I actually live in this house now, and the voice you're hearing on the phone is... Oh, I didn't get your name. It's, Douglas, the man said reluctantly. Douglas is hiding somewhere here to kill me, right, Douglas? Ellen said. Oh, that was the plan, Douglas said. And...
What the hell?
And you guys are scared of a kid with a kite? Jesus, the ghost voice said. A dead kid with a kite, Douglas said. There was a heavy silence for several moments. Suddenly, the doorbell rang. Expecting someone, Douglas asked. It rang again. Ellen walked over and opened it. Standing there was a hulking man in ratty clothes, barely concealing a bloodied matchet behind his back. Pardon me, ma'am, he said. My car broke down, and I was wondering if I could charge my phone in your house. Sorry, I don't think so, Ellen said, closing the door. The man shoved his foot inside. Well, I do think so, he said. Ellen stumbled and fell to the ground.
What the hell?
This is not her night.
Who the hell is that? Douglas screamed. I'm a homicidal drifter. Who the hell are you? The drifter said, confused. Where's that voice coming from? He's a killer hiding in my house, Ellen said, holding up the phone. Douglas? Hiding where? The drifter asked, looking around nervously. He's in the closet, the ghost boy said. What the shit is that? The drifter screamed. I'm a ghost. I used to live here like 100 years ago. Oh, And let me guess, you don't want to play with me? Hell no, I don't want to play with you. What's going on in here? What's going on is no one will play with me. Oh, Christ's sake, no one's flying a kite at night, Douglas shouted. Give it up. The ghost boy began to cry. Now you made him cry, Douglas, Ellen chided. Sorry if I'm a little on edge. You let a killer into the house, Douglas said. First of all, I didn't let him in. He busted in, Ellen said. Oh, it's true, I did, the drifter said. Second of all, you're also a killer, Douglas. Touché, the drifter said. And third of all, don't say sorry to me. Say sorry to the dead kid. Okay, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have snapped at you, Douglas said. The ghost boy smiled. Everyone seemed to calm down a bit until the doorbell rang again. Ellen walked toward the door. Don't! The three others shouted. She opened it and peered outside. There was no one there, just a large wooden box on the front step. There's a box out there, Ellen said. There's no label or anything. I have a bad feeling about this box, the drifter said. I hate this box, the ghost boy said. Ellen ignored them and carried it inside. She turned to the drifter. May I? He whipped out his matchet from his pants and handed it to her. She popped open the top and reached in and pulled out a tattered clown doll with a sinister grin. What is it? What is it? Douglas yelled through the phone. Some sort of clown doll, Ellen said. I don't want to play with a clown doll, the ghost boy said, beginning to cry. Why don't we just put this thing back in the box before it gives us all nightmares, okay? The drifter said. Look, there's a string, Ellen said, pulling it before anyone could object. The clown began to wheeze. Its eyes shifted from side to side, and an eerily cheerful song emitted from its open mouth. Welcome to my circus of fun. There's nowhere to hide. There's nowhere to run. You're all my guests inside the big top. I'm going to kill you all, basically.
What?
The clown let out a terrible cackle. Really psyched you pulled that string, Ellen, Douglas said. I mean, come on. What does the clown mean? The ghost boy asked. I think it's pretty clear, the drifter said, wriggling his hands. He's going to kill us all, basically. How's a doll going to kill us? Ellen asked. Each of them silently surveyed the room in anticipation. Suddenly, the lights went out. What happened? Who did that? The ghost boy screamed. I can't see anything, the drifter said. I literally can't see anything because it's too dark now. Through the darkness, Ellen let out a cry. Oh, no! Ellen? Douglas screamed. What is it? The clown. It killed her, the drifter said, his voice shaking. And we're next. He killed Ellen, the ghost boy sobbed. Second later, as the lights flashed back on, Ellen's hands were raised to her face. My stupid contact lens slid out of place, she said, spreading her eyelids apart and poking at her pupil. So annoying. Oh, please don't do that, the drifter said, squirming. What's she doing? Douglas asked with dread. Touching her actual eyeball with an actual finger, the ghost boy said, wincing. It's a real slippery one, Ellen said, maneuvering deeper into her eye. Can't get a grip on it. Douglas gagged. Oh my God, this is so vile. The drifter raised his fist to his mouth with a grimace as Ellen pressed her thumb against a wet, quivering eyeball for leverage. Ugh, I think it's folded up under my lid, said Ellen, stretching her eyelid out. Can someone look at it and tell me if they can see it? There was a click from the phone. Douglas? Was that a real click? The ghost boy faded into the wall. I am out. Ghost boy? She heard the front door opening behind her. Drifter? You too? The drifter turned to her with a dazed look. I hate this place so much, he said, and then dropped the matchet from his limp hand and walked into the darkness.
Where the hell did you get that story?
What?
New York Times.
That is an interesting story. That's like a really bad trip.
Can we shoot that? I want to shoot that.
I mean, we might have some copyright infringement issues there, but all right.
Look, can you send me a link to that story?
Okay, here.
You got to know how to work an Android there, Tack.
I know. I used to have an Android.
That was a cool story. That was bizarre.
A cool story, yeah.
I was waiting for the punch to be like she woke up from a dream or something. I was waiting for that to come out at the end, but
I thought it was going to be a Jake from State Farm reference in there somewhere, but wow, that was entertaining.
Were you too scared, Jake?
Yeah, one, I feel like that Jake from State Farm dig was a I feel like it was a dig towards me personally.
No, not at all.
And two, yeah, no, I tuned out. Yeah, I can't do horror stories. I should have mentioned that. I can't do scary stories. Those shits stay with me.
But that
It was a
comedy.
funny story.
Yeah, no, I could. Yeah, but I didn't know that going in.
Started off kinda creepy.
Yeah, I just instantly tuned out because I'm like, nope, not going on with this.
Yeah, it started off pretty creepy.
I hear horror stories. The next thing I know, I'm turning a corner. There's two little girls in the middle of the street. Somebody's gonna have to die.
Just give him candy.
No, because they want me to play. Come play with us.
So that's why you don't like American Horror Story.
Then start playing with your contacts.
okay, that makes
and
sense.
we'll leave.
I'm one of those, like, when it comes to horror movies, I've ruined a potentially great relationship with a chick because I am a little pussy when it comes to horror movies. I can do slasher movies all day long. Show me blood, show me guts, show it to me while I'm eating. I'm totally okay with that. You put a 4-year-old that hops out in front of a camera out of nowhere, and I am a little girl.
Yeah.
Nope. Don't do that shit.
All right. Oh, good story, Andrea. Good,
No, that's
good
good.
catch. Good find. Tack, you want to go? You want me to go?
I thought you didn't go yet. Oh, okay.
Jay, then Andrea, then us.
Go ahead.
You want me to go?
Sure.
I'm going to use the same music. Let's bring this back up a little bit.
It was a clear white night. A clear white moon.
All right, so mine, let me give you a little background on Adam. Adam is born in Boone, North Carolina. You guys know where Boone, North Carolina is?
No.
Daniel Boone doesn't know where Boone, North Carolina
It's in
is.
North Carolina.
Very good. Damn, she got it.
I was going to say that,
Tack,
too.
you should have guessed it there, buddy.
I'm gonna
East side of the United States.
I'm going to assume it's Mason-Dixon adjacent.
Kind of.
Okay.
It is. So it's very, very close to Asheville or the Tennessee, North Carolina border. It is
Asheville, I know where it is.
perfect.
Okay.
It is Appalachian Mountains. That is where it is. Blue Ridge Parkway, Boone, North Carolina.
Okay.
So kind of to place it. So that's where I was born. I'm bringing a story, and this story is 100% true. There is some actual science behind the story I'm about to tell you. And this is regarding the legend of Blowing Rock. Now, Blowing Rock is like the city where Boone, the valley where Boone is the mountain. So Blowing Rock is the closest major city.
But I said haunted stories, not porn stories.
All good stories have porn twists somehow. All right, so let's get this going. The town of Blowing Rock, North Carolina is named for the Blowing Rock, an outcropping of rock stubbed with crystals that hangs over a deep valley in the Appalachian Mountains. The rock is famous for the constant, strong, upward draft that comes out of the valley below the rock. The wind is so steady that in the winter, snow will actually fall upwards around the rock. The legend that explains the unusual phenomenon is a romantic tale of love triumphing over duty and difference.
That's why they call it the Blowing Rock. Okay, I get it now. Go ahead.
Once, a long time ago, a young Chickasaw woman and her family moved deep into the mountains to escape the constant war between the Chickasaw and the Cherokee. These are Indians, Tack.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
I'm from Chickasha, Oklahoma.
Pretty close, yeah. Well, not close, but close in its verbiage. One day, the young woman was out gathering food when she happened upon a handsome young man hunting in the woods. The two fell instantly in love, but they were also aware of the danger their love posed. The young man was a Cherokee. Scared the shit out of Ice.
Scared the shit out of me. Good God.
The two were lovers who...
Jay's he's gonna leave.
Oh, no, I just figured, I heard Cherokee and screaming. I figured somebody hit the jackpot or lost everything.
This is kind of a Romeo and Juliet story, by the way.
Okay.
The two were lovers
Good God.
who should have been enemies. They met secretly. They met secretly in the woods. For months, they enjoyed each other's company in secret places in the mountains and ignored what the rest of the world would think. Then, one evening, the two lovers saw a strange red glow in the sky. They felt drawn towards a certain cliff and stood on its edge as they watched the sky grow a deeper and deeper red until it was almost the color of fresh blood. The young man understood the sign. He knew that it was a warning that the Cherokee and Chickasaw nations were preparing a huge battle, that blood would be lost on both sides. The young man knew his duty with his Cherokee people. He knew his heart was with his Chickasaw love, unwilling to decide which meant more to him. The young man chose another way. He leapt off of the rock the two were standing on into the valley below. He would rather kill himself than go to war. The young woman, horrified at what had happened, prayed to the gods who controlled the wind and prayed that it would send him back up to her so she could be with him forever. The gods heard her prayer, and the young man was lifted back up into his arms.
Wow.
The young lovers journeyed together to each other's lands, and sorry, the cat kind of got me there, the sounds of the cat, and used that example of their love to bring peace to the two nations. The wind still blows strongly at Blowing Rock today. Now,
It's cool.
it's a cool tale, but
Yeah.
it's actually based in fact, scientific fact. The wind blows so strong up the face of Blowing Rock in North Carolina
Yeah.
that it is strong enough to lift a fully grown man, 200 pounds or so. If you were to jump off the cliff, you could literally ride the wind back and land back on the cliff itself because of the updrafts that happen around that mountain. And that is a 100% true story. So that is
crazy.
the legend of Blowing Rock. That's where I was born.
You were born.
I was born on the rock. I was actually conceived mid-flight of flying back onto the rock. No,
That's how your
I don't
mom,
know. I don't know where I was
your
conceived.
dad actually like jerked off.
And it came. No, he started at the bottom. She was at the top, waiting for it.
And then it came up, and she
Yeah.
was laying there, legs open.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like that story about the bullet that fell on some kid 4 miles away.
Yeah.
That's what he was jerking off onto the rock, and mom just happened to be out there sunbathing. And one day it just sploosh, and you're like, "What the fuck was that?
9 months later.
Why am I late?"
So that is the
That's a
story
cool
of
story.
the
I like
legend of
that.
Blowing Rock.
Never
Yes.
heard that story. It's cool.
One of these days, I'll take Andrea there so she can look out over the crystals in the rock.
And you
to
could
the
try
valley
that
below.
thing where she lays down.
I don't think I'll jump off the edge of Blowing Rock.
No. Jerk off. into the
No,
wind.
just your semen.
Oh, okay. I'll do that. There are actually, what do you call those parachute dudes that have
base
the
jumpers.
that have
wingsuit-
the
the
wingsuits?
wingsuits.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There are wingsuit guys that actually go and jump off that, and it takes them up, and then they come back down as they're flying
That's
back
cool.
into the valley. It's a really cool phenomenon, just because of how everything's shaped right there. It's
Cool.
unique. So, all right, Tack, you're up, buddy.
All right, so I have two stories to tell.
Two?
They're both short. So
right.
one is the one I just found online.
Get your ambiance
then-
back up.
I'll just start with that
spooky.
one. Okay.
That's another guy who hit it big at the casino.
Okay. So we got the campfire going, yeah? You want to throw another log on there, buddy?
All right. Don't ever fart in a
not what I meant.
campfire.
No, Tack, for the last time, I'm not getting in the fucking fire.
Okay. Gather round.
Oh boy.
This one is called The Intruder. This is written in the first person, so I'm just going to read it as is. I was home alone watching TV when I saw something moving in the master bedroom. I strained my eyes to see a man walking out of the closet to the other side of the room. He stopped, looked at me, put his finger to his lips, and then turned around. There was blood on his face, and the back of his head was missing. He vanished back into the closet. We moved when we found out the mysterious small hole in the ceiling of our bedroom is from a previous tenant who shot himself in the exact spot. Dun dun dun.
Spooky. Very spooky.
Since that was so short, let's
Somebody
do
needs
another
to shoot that cat. You hear that thing? That thing's dying over there. It's miserable.
My cat.
one.
It's
No,
not my cat.
no, it's the
Okay,
ones
just
out
take
in
my
the
headphones
woods.
off. No, it's
It's because it's Monday, and the cat's just losing his shit.
It's Monday and it's Halloween.
No
Halloween.
one's brought it lasagna.
I was gonna go there. I didn't know if anybody else got the Garfield reference.
All right,
You have to
our
spell
cat
it out
does
for some
look like
people.
Garfield.
That's true. Sarah is a Garfield. All right, Tack. Sorry, we hijacked your segment.
Yeah, thanks. I had a good ambiance going, nice and spooky, and then you got...
We had to break up the spookiness a little bit because you're kind of freaking me out.
Okay. Here's another one. This one's called The Night Crawlers. When I was a kid, my family moved into an apartment where a murder had been committed prior to us living there. Every night, my big sister would make me shut our bedroom window, and when I'd look outside, I'd see 3 faces staring back at me. They had no hair, noses, or mouths.
No hair, noses, or just eyes.
They'd just stare, but never did anything. Well, a few months back, my family was talking about that apartment, and I mentioned the faces. My sister turned to me, shocked. She said that she saw them too, and that's why she always asked me to close the window.
Creepy.
I want to know more about these people.
I don't know.
Do we call all those watchers voyeurs? Is that?
I don't know. What is that noise?
There's a porn that's made for that. I don't know.
What was that noise? Was that you?
No,
Did you guys
it must
hear
have been on the track.
That was just a weird... It's not like somebody messing with plastic.
Yeah, I was on the track.
Tax getting freaked out over here.
No, not, man.
Scared.
Okay. I got one more story.
Oh, you got 3?
Well, I was going to do 2, but
Wait, I have one
that
then.
was so short. But this is a true story. It happened to me.
All right.
I think I've told this story before, but it might have been on another show. I don't remember. But maybe our listeners haven't heard it, so I'm going to tell it. Late one night.
Starting off this way already.
There's more.
9 months later, a birth.
Yes.
No.
That's not scary.
So, anyway, late one night, me and a friend of mine decided that we were going to go jogging.
Danny?
What? No. It was a girl.
Oh.
I was with this other girl.
Okay.
And we decided we were going to go jogging one night. I don't know why. It was at night. I don't know. So, we left out the house and out of our neighborhood. And then we decided, hey, we should jog along the street that runs behind our house. And it's kind of a country road kind of a thing. And one side of it is a ditch, which separates, then you can see like the back of our house in the neighborhood. And then a ditch. And then the woods on the other side. So we turn down the street. We go, hey, well, let's run down to the end of the street and come back. And then go back home. That'll be like a mile or 2 or something like that. It'll be good for tonight. So we decided to go down this road, but what we didn't think about or didn't really know until we got up to the road that there was like no street lights. So it's like pitch black down this road, but you could see from the moon a little bit. You know, there's a little bit of light plus some ambient light from the houses, the back of the houses and stuff.
Sure.
Like that. So it wasn't like completely pitch black, but it was pretty dark.
Vin Diesel? Pitch black?
Yeah.
Sorry, continue.
So we start running down this road, just jogging. You know, we're not like, you know, and it is really dark. Like you can see shadows of like the trees and things like that. You know, you can make out some stuff in the dark, but not really. It's a dark, empty road. There's nothing really there. So we're jogging, and then we start looking ahead, and we see this, looks like somebody standing in the middle of the road. And so I'm thinking it might be somebody out walking their dog or something like that. But I didn't want to sneak up on them because we're just kind of jogging, just kind of being silent. And I didn't want to like scare them, you know, like coming up on them and be like, ah, you know. So I just start like, I make noise like, you know, or I talk to her just so people, whoever's standing there can see that there's 2 joggers coming their way, you know. So I started making noise and I'm looking over at her. I'm like, do you see that, right? She's like, yeah. I'm like, why are they just standing in the road? Like, it's so weird because it wasn't even movement. It was just a shadow of somebody just standing in the road. And then so we're getting closer. I'm making noise. And I'm getting closer and I'm like, hello. You know, just trying to like, just so they know we're coming. I'm like, hello. And then the shadow like doesn't move. Doesn't make a sound. Nothing. And I'm like, well, maybe they didn't hear me. So we get a little closer. I'm like, hello. You know, and nothing. The shadow does not move. Doesn't say a word, nothing. And now I'm like, okay, a couple of things could be here. You know, one, it's a ghost and whatever. Not cool. Let's turn around. Or it's a crazy person just standing there and not responding to it, like waiting for us to come. So he's got to like.
There's nothing good. There's nothing good that can come out of that.
There's no good scenario here. And so we're jogging. I'm like, hello. And then I'm like, it's not moving. They're not. I'm like, I'm talking to her. I'm like, do you see it? She's like, what the fuck is it? I'm like, I don't know. And if it's somebody standing, they can hear us talking. Like, we're getting closer and closer. And finally, we were like, let's turn around. And so we did. And we turned around and we hauled ass all the way back. Freaked out. You know, I kept looking behind us and like, we never saw it, like, didn't come after us or anything. But finally, we made it to the end of the street where the light was. And we're like, what the fuck was that? We're like, I have no idea. And to this day, I still have no idea. But it freaked me the hell out.
Spooky.
So I never went jogging down
Probably
that
some dude
dark
with
road again.
earbuds in that
That's
just happened to be
why you don't
standing
like
out
to
there.
This is why
That's why I
joggers.
don't like running.
This is why joggers always find the dead bodies.
Yeah. So that's my true creepy story.
All right. That's good. That's good. Somebody needs to put this cat out of its misery, though. I'm just saying.
So you got a real ghost story for us, Adam?
Do I?
Because you were like, I thought you were going to tell another story.
No, I only had that one.
Oh, okay.
That's all I had.
Okay.
That's all. That's
Sorry,
it.
you can cut that part out then.
I once played with a Ouija board and a light blew in the other room. I mean, that
I wanted to play with the Ouija board
kinda
this
cool.
year, but
I don't think Andrew would do it.
Andrew
and from
doesn't wanna do it.
what Jay just confessed, I don't think he would be into that. Into doing Ouija board either.
Oh no, fuck that shit. No.
I'm not inviting
Ouija and
spirits
spiders.
into the world. That I don't
Ouija and
need in my
spiders.
life.
Yeah, no.
I agree with you on the spiders. A Ouija board is just
No, Ouija. I don't like Ouija just because you end up it devolves into a fight every time. It's like Monopoly.
you're moving it. No, you're moving it.
Yeah, that's all it becomes.
Yeah.
If it's
It's
moving
like,
and no
hey,
one's
I-
hands are on it, you can't argue.
Hey, just a tip. I always move it.
It's just the tip.
All right, let's take another break here in studio, and when we come back, we've got a couple more things to talk about. Plus, we've got Andrea's Diary segment.
right.
If you want to submit questions for Andrea's Diary, send them to show@livingpodcariously.com. And on this, we will be right back. Peering into the inner thoughts and expressions of men. Women submit questions for Adam and Tack to get brutal, honest admissions. We call this the Diary. Diary? Really? Is that the best we could come up with?
All right, our first question is from Patty in Ohio. Hello, I'm 18 and I met this guy 2 months ago, and I really like him and he likes me back too. But last week he told me he's afraid and confused and doesn't understand his feelings and he just needs time to think. Help me, please.
What the hell?
She's 18?
Eight
She
or
didn't say
18?
18. She didn't say the age of the guy, though.
No, what do you mean he doesn't understand his feelings?
Get the same homeroom as him first in high school.
She
And,
could be out of high school.
I know. I'm
It
being
was a
mean to a
joke.
listener. I apologize, Patty. I apologize.
I wasn't making fun of Patty, I'm making fun of the dude.
So she likes him, and maybe he's not reciprocating emotions. She said he likes her back, though.
Yeah, they've been together
No.
2 months. He likes her back.
She said he likes her back.
True.
Yeah, that's true.
And last week he
Good
told her
catch.
he's afraid, confused, and doesn't understand his feelings and needs time to think.
Oh, got it.
He's not-
Yeah,
He's not interested.
she said
He's
he
gay.
likes her
He's
back.
gay. That's doesn't
I'm
understand
gonna
his
say, I think
feelings.
he's trying to let her down. I mean, he could also be gay. Also, yes.
Yeah.
It could be that kind of confusion, but it just sounds to me more like he's just not interested.
So 2 months ago he liked her, but then he's over it.
It sounds like it.
How do we know that 2 months ago he was really into her?
Maybe he got what he wanted.
Because he stayed there for 2 months.
Maybe she followed him for 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, let's not rule out that she might be. She's listening to us on a weekly basis. It's not outside the realm of possibility that she might be a creep.
Wait, is it something he yelled at her when she was in like his tree in his yard? Look, I need time to think. You have to go.
Yeah, that sounds like the very, very easy way to let someone like, hey, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Joking aside, Patty, I apologize, but it's
But Patty, you're 18. There are plenty of fish in the sea.
Yeah, don't focus too hard on it that young. You don't need to get married right out of high school.
No, you go find a guy and date him, and then tell him you're afraid and confused anytime to think.
Yeah, you beat me to it. I was going to be like, stop trying to get married.
Yeah,
Go have fun. You're young. Your boobs are still like up.
Wait,
you're young, you're in your teens. This is the time where you should be experimenting with drugs and fucking men, fucking women.
Exactly. You're about in your early 20s. It's the time of your life. Go have fun.
our boobs are still perky though, aren't they, Tack?
Well, mine sag a little bit.
Oh, okay. Only when I bounce.
All right. Number 2 is from Elizabeth in Florida. What are some sexy Halloween costumes that guys love?
All of them that are sexy. Anything on the anything on the tag that says sexy blank, you're good. Sexy nun, sexy vampire, sexy.
For anyone, any woman, no matter what.
Oh well, hang on a minute, Nick. Hang on. Now it's got to be appropriate. So if you're a bigger girl, if you want to go sexy, that's fine. But you don't want to wear the very very revealing clothes. You want to wear tight or send a different message. You can
accentuate your good parts.
Absolutely right.
Like your boobies.
It's good advice.
Yes, absolutely. So the question is, what do guys like? Which outfits do guys like?
What are the sexy ones they love?
Everybody's different, man, on this.
All right, Adam, what are the ones you like?
See if I can remember them all. So I like Sexy Devil. I like Sexy Green outfit that I don't remember what it was. I like Sexy Go-Go Dancer with white boots. I like, what else did you wear?
By the way, listener, she's describing everything, or he's describing everything that Andrew has worn just today.
Yeah. Everybody's different. So some people like the, leather outfits on somebody. Some people like pigtails, for example.
All right, what about like too much of each? Should it be like shorter or more cleavage? Are both of those too much? Should you just have one or the other?
Jay, I feel like we don't need to be here for this one.
I feel like we're just
No, I'm gonna wear what I want.
We're both third wheels.
Every guy's different though. So
I know what he likes, just nothing.
To me is shorter, yes. Lots of cleavage, yes. In fact, boobs out's even better. But
naked.
That's the best outfit.
Tack?
Does it really matter?
My little puppy is passed out on you. He looks like a human.
I know, he's like my little buddy.
With his little t-shirt on. Look at him. Jay, what's sexy for you?
You didn't even let Tack answer. You said Tack, and then you talked about the dog.
Tack pretty much like what he said. Well, obviously
naked.
What you said, accentuate your positives. But yeah, like sexy anything is always good. But it all depends too. Like, you don't necessarily want your girl dressing like that in public, or at least I don't really.
He does.
Well, yeah, Adam does,
it.
but
yeah.
But if it's just for you, like at home, well, yeah.
Why'd you look at me when you did that? That's a little freaky, man.
You guys were upstairs for quite a long time. I had to come find you earlier.
That's true.
Yeah,
that was kind of creepy.
Jay,
I don't give a shit. I really don't care, to be honest with you.
He doesn't like girls.
No, I do. I do.
Speaking of that,
he doesn't like sexy girls.
No,
okay, sorry. You like sexy girls.
It's not that. It's that I grew up in an environment where women were revealing shit every day. So Halloween isn't anything special. You just have like horns on your head, as opposed. That's the same dress you wore to the club last week. Like that's.
But there's horns added.
Yeah, but that's it. That doesn't make it a sexy costume.
Does that make you horny?
The same outfit you wore last week with horns on it.
Does that make you horny?
No, it doesn't.
You see what I did there?
I'm desensitized. Nice. I see what you did.
See, I could do stand up.
I'm desensitized. Like you want to impress me? You want to turn my head on Halloween, ladies? Dress up like an actual nun.
I tried.
Dress up and put on a burqa.
He would not let me. Adam wouldn't let me.
Like,
every outfit I picked out that covered everything, he's like, no.
Like you want to something to me. Something sexy is something that draws attention. You want to draw attention? Dress up like something that isn't sexy.
Drawing attention.
You're going to be
switching outfits every 5 minutes.
You know who at the Halloween party? You know who caught my attention the most? Your friend Amber, the one who was dressed up like Yes We Can.
She'll love to hear that.
She was the only one that wasn't dressed like not a whore. I don't want to say that, but she was the only one that wasn't dressed like a slutty something. Like I was like, hey, awesome. That's an actual. You put thought into that. Good job.
I mean, you bring up a good point because I find the sense of humor the sexiest trait any woman can have, and if Yeah, if you're shooting more for comedy and not necessarily sexy, yeah, maybe not. But if it's more for comedy's sake, that's pretty sexy to me.
All right.
All right. Let's see. Number 3. Whitney in Texas. What is the biggest lie you ever told?
Oh.
I still can't cop to it. Plead the fifth.
Biggest
Wow,
lie?
it's quiet.
Oh, that's difficult.
That's weird.
Maybe it's not. I have to just remember a lie because I can't think of one.
Is this one of those
Does that sound good, guys?
where me and Jay don't count? This is just for Adam.
This question was submitted by Andrea in Florida.
I know all the lies he's told.
Biggest lie.
I guess
Come back to me.
I'll answer. I guess I did cheat on one person in my entire life, and I guess the biggest lie there would be lying to her about it. When she would ask. So, and that guilt of cheating still haunts me today. So I still feel bad about it, even though it was over a decade ago. So I guess that would be it.
Oh no! I'm not opening that closet. No. God, I mean, I've done some despicable things. I'm not proud of my history. I'm not proud of what I've done to people. I mean, I guess there was a string of women that I kind of strung along by playing with emotions and not exactly being honest about what I felt. But yeah, I can't get into specifics.
Leading women on. That's a good big lie.
Yeah, no. It's a despicable thing. No, I was totally an idiot when I was in my 20s.
You learn.
Yeah. I'm a better person for it now, I like to think.
I don't know of a big lie. I don't know of a big lie. I'm trying to think of something that I've lied about in the past that was big. I mean, white lies that doesn't really count.
Yeah, it does.
White lies don't really count.
Not unless it's like
Adam, you are going
nice.
to. This is not an argument you want to start.
That's true. You're right. You're absolutely right about
There's no arguments in the diary.
that. I don't know. Move on. I'll remember before the end of the show. Unless you know of one. If you know of one that I've lied about, then what? You said you knew all my lies.
Not your biggest lie.
Oh, okay.
Talking about the little white lies.
All right. Yeah. Come back to me. I'll remember that before the end of the podcast.
I guess I don't need to hear that. Maybe if I leave the room.
No. I have no problem saying it. I just don't.
okay.
I can't think of a big lie.
All right. Number 4 is from Victoria in Tennessee. How many times have you been in love?
Are we talking about romantic love or? I mean, because if we're counting kids, then I've got a shit ton of kids in my family. I love it. Like every time I meet a new kid, like new niece, new nephew, it's like
That's
Yeah.
love them. I think this is in love.
Oh, okay, like
Yeah, romantic
In
love.
love.
All right.
Let's see.
Y'all are-
Baby, I didn't know what love was until I met you.
Good answer. That's number 1. Survey says.
It's not very fair for you, is it?
I've had, I guess in my life, I've probably had 4 women that I have loved romantically.
That's good out of like the 150.
That's true. That's why I say you don't have to have love to have sex. You don't have to have it.
Yes,
you
you
can
do.
disattach it.
No, you can't.
So
I mean, I can't.
both of my ex-wives, a high school girlfriend, and you. That's what I feel I've truly been in love with.
But I'm the most, though.
Yeah. You're at the top of that list.
Right.
My turn?
That was my biggest
geez.
lie right there. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
What you guys don't know is that I'm standing up saluting Adam right now. Like that was fucking great. There's a tear
I don't
rolling
think
down my
he's
cheek.
good to have around you.
But why? He's not a bad influence on me.
He's a very bad influence.
I didn't
on
tell
you.
him to do that. I just
He
supported
just-
his decision to do so.
He pulls the comedy out of
Exactly.
us. That's all.
You need to hang out with Tack. He's a prince.
Tack never shows up. He stands me up all the time.
What?
Oh, we had a party this last weekend, Tack. Did you?
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Okay, so yeah, there's times in relationships. Well, okay, as far as women or girls, whatever, that I've said I love you to was probably
Most of them.
no. God no. God no. I'm not necessarily the one that rushes into the I love yous. It's only happened just a couple of times in my entire life, but most quickly probably with Holly right now. But that is it's very justified, So But I've been with girls like almost a year and never said it. You know, it's just. But probably girls I've said it to is probably maybe 4. I think 4. Yeah, I think so.
All right.
So, but Holly, like you said, is probably like the most I've felt that kind of love connection with. So
It's like when you're in love, it should last longer than a few months. You should feel it longer.
well, yeah.
So usually any guys I thought I loved, then that was over in a few months and I was over it. I was like, okay, now I need to go find someone to love. So I knew that wasn't real. But it's been almost 10 months to Adam and I can still look at him like the very first day and I'm in love all over again.
All right, Tack, this is where we leave again.
We're about to take our clothes off.
All right.
Wait, no, you didn't get Jay's number. God damn it.
Yes, I did.
Did you say how many you loved, Jay?
No, Dick. I was hoping we just rolled past this one.
You didn't talk about girls?
No, I absolutely did not.
You were just elaborating on Adam's talk.
Yeah, that's all I was doing.
No, I was
Shit.
skipping him. I didn't like the way he talked. Number 5. Go ahead.
I'm totally cool with that.
He's from Miami. He's going to cut you.
No,
He's from Miami. They don't fall in love.
so my answer is 0.
Really? That's honestly?
You know what? I used to. I think I mentioned it on the show once or twice already. I was sober for a while. I jumped back on the wagon, but it's a whole different life situation now. Yeah, back before, I didn't really know what love was. You know what I mean? But now that I'm on a whole different plane of thinking, and I actually know what loving myself means, I thought I was in love twice. But looking back at it now, knowing what I know, no, I've never.
Yeah, all right.
I know what I'm looking for now. It's a whole different ballgame, but
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, I've learned a lot from all
0.
my failed relationships. I've learned a lot.
That's how I feel too. Because I love the idea of falling in love for so many years.
Yeah.
I thought everything was that.
I was just massively codependent. So that was my idea of love was already twisted and jaded. So I've been single, ladies. No, I've been single now for 5 years. So there's a lot of, I've dated here and there little by little, but nothing serious. And now the more I've gotten to know about myself, the more I've changed my definition of what love is. Looking back at it, my answer is 0. And sorry, ladies, to some of you that are listening to this. That
was a super deep answer.
He loved me.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I didn't know what that was.
Nope, I'm right there with you.
Does that go over for my biggest lie? Does that work too? Does that tie in?
You told a woman you loved
I didn't
her.
know I was lying at the time. I thought I did.
Wait a minute. I told a woman I love her just to sleep with. No, I didn't actually.
Yeah, I feel like that's the thing most guys do.
I believe
you. I didn't.
I've never done that.
I thought I knew what love was, and I didn't really know until I met Adam.
Oh.
But it took a lot of years of learning and getting hurt and going through a lot and thinking I was and not knowing. And
yeah, now for me to fall in love, it's going to take
someone who treats you like shit.
Yeah,
and you can definitely love someone who treats you like a princess.
Yeah, for me to fall in love with a woman, she's going to have to do something
give you
way out of
really
it.
Good head.
No, dress up like an actual nun for Halloween.
He wouldn't let me wear an actual nun one. He wanted the slutty nun.
Of course I did.
I'm not paying for a slutty outfit. I've got enough costumes in my own room. Just play with what I got. All right, number 6, Linden, Florida. Do guys notice when you put on 5 to 10 pounds?
No,
Not usually.
Easily not. No.
No? Well, that was easy.
No, so if no, the answer is no. There's no scenario I think that I can create where a guy's going to notice that. Not unless
So
he's
if she loses 5 to 10 pounds, would you notice?
very rarely. No, it's got to
What
be
does it got to be?
Especially if you see
If
her
she
every single
gained
day.
50 pounds?
Oh yeah, we would see that.
Oh yeah, 50 pounds you're
course.
gonna notice. Yeah. Well,
40,
I'm
30,
I'm one of those a woman could shave her head from one day to the next. I wouldn't even fucking notice. I don't.
He's single, ladies.
Yeah. No, you know what that is? Because I appreciate you from day one, regardless of physical appearance.
Oh, that's nice.
Aw, who's
Try to
gonna
throw
be the new prince?
me under the goddamn bus.
Jay's trying to be the new prince.
So easy answer is no. It's just guys, unless they're narcissistic type of guys, then those types of images are not going to matter to them.
Yeah, 5 to 10 pounds. Like if a guy points out to a woman that, hey, you put on 5 to 10 pounds, either A, he's your personal trainer, in which
That would
case
make
you're
sense,
paying
yes.
him to notice that,
Yes.
or he's just an asshole. Why
Yeah.
would you say
Yes.
that?
Like my ex-boyfriend told my mom's boyfriend that he would stay with me and love me if I lost 20 pounds.
Wow.
Isn't that sweet?
Oh yeah, so sweet.
So she left him and lost the weight for me, right?
Actually, yeah, I did, huh?
There you go. Good on you.
All right.
I actually got a compliment from her ex-boyfriend. It was
He
weird.
did.
Yeah, he said Andrea's actually stepped her game up a little bit. She moved up in her status.
He told Tony and they were working that I upgraded.
Yeah, thought that was really nice. He's a nice guy. I don't hold ill will towards him, other than the stories I've heard from her. Well, he's never done anything wrong to me, personally. He cuts my grass just fine.
All right, now moving on. Number 7, Angela in California wants to know, why does my guy get defensive when I tell him he hurt my feelings? So sick of hearing passive aggressive saying how I feel. So sick of hearing passive aggressive for saying how I feel.
Okay. I have a whole topic on this.
All right.
Are you guys ready? Buckle up. It's going to be a minute.
Do I need to set some theme music again?
No. First of all, I'm like holding your dog up so he can be comfortable.
Aw.
If I let him go, he's going to flop all the way down. But anyway, okay, so here's what in a relationship, both parties have to be approachable, which means, like, let's say Adam says something to you, Andrea, that kind of hurts your feelings. And maybe he didn't know it, or maybe whatever. So then you go to him, Adam, what you said yesterday kind of hurt my feelings.
I feel like Tak's actually talking to me about something right now.
And then,
How do you know?
so, and if he goes, what did I say? And then you tell him and he goes, like, that pissed you off or that bothered you? Stop being a pussy, and then walks away. That's not being approachable, which means next time you have a problem, are you going to go to him? Nope. But if he goes, well, what did I say? Well, you said this. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize that hurt your feelings. Or maybe it's a misunderstanding. Like, no, that's not what I said. I meant this. Oh, okay. So now next time you have a problem, you're going to go to him because he was approachable, and vice versa. No matter how stupid you think it is, if you're the one being talked to, you should treat it as important as they are reacting to it. You know, like, be approachable. Both people need to be approachable. If you're not, then communication is going to stop.
Good answer, Tak.
So, I mean, I've always preached that. And me and Holly talked about that kind of thing, and she's very approachable, and I try to be just as approachable. I never belittle any smallest little thing, like, ever. So
That's sweet, Prince.
Good
Tak.
answer. I agree with Tak.
that's the first time you said that. Thanks.
Is it? That's not the first time I've said that. I've agreed with you a lot more. I don't know. I agree with it. I can't expand on that any further than he just did. That was perfect.
The only expansion I have that was spot on. The other one is sometimes it's ego. You know what I mean? He can't. Yeah. Some guys can't take that to the ego. You hurt my feelings. What do you mean I hurt your feelings? I can do no wrong.
It's a good perspective too.
That sounds more like what happened.
Yeah, that's. That comes from being, in the Hispanic world, there's a lot of like machismo, like I'm the guy, I can't do anything wrong. You hurt my feelings, so go fuck yourself. Go, like, I didn't hurt anything. I can't do that. I'm perfect. I'm mommy's little gift. And that's where it comes from a lot. Sometimes it's an overbearing mother saying, you're perfect. You can do no wrong. No little girl is perfect for my little boy. So then when, a little girl tells that little boy, hey, you hurt my feelings. Well, he acts like a little fucking boy. And he can't take that. It's a bruise to the ego. And it's like, what are you talking about? No, I'm perfect.
Wow.
Mom said so. So, and that's where it comes to being approachable. Like, if he's not open enough to validate, if he's not open enough to look back and consider what he's doing and consider your feelings valid, what the fuck are you doing with this guy?
Oh, dang. No, just kidding.
Uh-oh. What's going on? Wait a minute. What happened there?
What did happen?
No, she was poking fun at it. Like that was me.
No, he does no wrong. He is perfect.
Give me a beer.
Did I say that right?
That was perfect.
Was that good?
Was that convincing, Daddy?
Why do you think I have long sleeves on from the bruises?
Oh, I thought you were hiding the track marks.
No, past that. Now it's just beatings.
I thought that's how you lost the weight. Hold on.
Being a bad girl. No, he just beats me every time I want to eat.
So he's your personal trainer.
Damn right.
I'm a dietitian. I'm hungry. Punch to the gut.
I actually encourage her to eat more than she does. I don't want her to get to the... never mind. Continue.
All right.
I'm going to get myself into trouble there.
Number 8 is from Liza in Wisconsin.
Liza. Is that Manila?
Wisconsin. Holy crap. Hey, what's up, Canada?
What screams high maintenance to a guy when he first meets a woman?
Oh, jeez.
Sparkling water on a first date. Just get water. Stop it. Just stop it.
Good call.
Or get some wine. If you're going to order something that costs money, make it be something good.
What screams high maintenance on a first date?
Or when you first meet a woman.
When you first meet a
Or
woman.
when you walk in a bar and you see her, what screams
No.
high maintenance to you?
I take it back. Not sparkling water. Still water, though. When you start asking what kinds of bottled water do you carry, and when it's something that's below your status, you just totally, what do you mean it's Evian? Like, it's either Voss or Fiji. Like, oh, fuck you.
Actually,
no, it's water.
I just want the free tap water.
Jay, you kind of nailed it there. It's the water was a good example of something else that the girls that I would perceive as high maintenance when I first see them is just an overall bitchy attitude about anything. It could be any topic. If they have that kind of attitude and they treat people disrespectfully, immediately it's a turnoff, and I think they're going to be high maintenance.
100%. You can tell anything you
Nailed
want to
it.
tell about a person by how they treat service staff.
Nailed it.
But see, I've been in bars and then I've had guys not approach me and I've heard because they think I'm high maintenance. I don't know what I do.
Oh,
You're
that's
a sweet girl though, so that doesn't.
That's just guys being intimidated. That's all that means.
Yeah, that very likely could be that too.
It doesn't make any sense. No.
Yeah, because we're guys.
Yeah.
Oh.
For the most part,
Thanks for clearing that up.
understand, for the most part, when a guy is considering approaching a girl at a bar, if the majority of guys are nervous when they go into that situation, they're nervous on their approach. So when you are nervous, you usually try to shoot for something that's easy, that you know is a sure thing. And if you're a very, very good looking girl that's very unapproachable from just appearance, a guy is unlikely to talk to that good looking of a girl. So if you're in a bar and you're done all up and you're looking good and you're with your girlfriends,
Always dive
it's an
first,
intimidating, it's an intimidating thing for a guy that's nervous about an approach to do. And again, most guys are nervous. So
But
that's
I'll
why,
let any guy buy me a drink.
but that's why the bar flies, the women that are the bar flies, that's why they always get laid. And the really, really good looking women at bars complain like
Go
you kind of
home
did.
alone.
Yeah. They don't ever get hit on. They don't ever, that's why.
A lot of that too. That's a cop out for like anytime I've ever told my boys like, "Hey man, you gonna go talk to that girl?" Nah, bro, she looks high maintenance. That's a cop out. That's me pussing out. That's just a cool way to do it. Instead of being like, nah, man, I don't think I'm good enough to bag that. That's what I'm really saying. I don't think I'm good enough to capture and keep her attention. But what sounds better is, nah, she looks high maintenance. Cause you know, it's cause I'm an asshole. That's what it comes down to. I just totally disregarded any potential anything that woman could offer into my life.
She could have been the best girl.
Could have been.
Ever meet.
Could have been, but because I'm a dick, I said, no, she's high maintenance, not worth my time.
She could have been a nun.
So next time
She could have
you
been a
go-
nun for Halloween.
Damn.
She probably was a nun for Halloween. Next time.
I'm happy you threw for Halloween because she probably was a nun. Like she's bad when she's at the bar.
Halloween.
She was none getting any of his dick. Didn't quite carry over
Nuns
very
go
well.
to bars. They go to
Forcing it.
bars.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, I forget about that.
All right. Number 9 is from Mary in Florida. How do I get my husband to stop bringing his laptop to bed?
What is he doing on the laptop in bed? Is it work? That's different. That's a workaholic. If it's porn, then there's a few things you can do in the bedroom to get rid of that. But if it's work, then he's a workaholic. That's,
Just give him a blowjob. The porn will be done.
yeah, they're pretty much. I mean, it depends on what he's using it for. Quite literally.
Well, I figured that out.
What? Suddenly you
The
started to say
part of
something.
you don't work. Oh, not me.
Wait, what?
What happened?
What? Huh?
I'm confused. Did we all just fall off the face there?
I took a breath, but I was in my microphone, so everyone thought.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No. No, I used to have a rule when I was with my son's mom. We nothing comes into bed. That unless it's a book. That's it.
Is that why you guys didn't work out?
What if it's an electronic book?
Nobody comes in bed.
Yeah.
Nobody.
No. I mean, if it's an ebook, whatever. Like if it's something you're reading, fine. But laptops, no. There's no laptop coming into bed. If you're on your laptop, it's mean you're still working or you're not ready to come into bed. Just don't bring the bed is where you relax.
So you sit on the side
Sanctuary.
of the bed on the floor, finish your stuff on the computer, and then get in the bed?
I just don't go to my room. That was our rule. No laptops in the room. Period.
What about TVs? Do you have TVs in your
We
bedroom?
did have a TV in the room. Yeah, because fuck yeah, of course we did.
You do? See,
Yeah.
I've always been on the side of never having TV and cable in the room.
Except he has his thing with him.
Tablet or phone or something, yeah.
But that's why you don't need a TV.
Yeah, you just
would you
just
need
brought
a
a
TV
super
for?
TV
All right,
into the
even
room. Yeah, you
before,
just cheated.
even before the age of smartphones or tablets, I did not want TVs.
It doesn't bother me because I want to go to sleep before him, because if I go to sleep before him, I don't hear him snoring.
Yeah, no,
I'm perfectly cool with him bringing stuff in there. He'll go to sleep after me, and I can sleep soundly because I go to sleep before him.
we did because we liked watching stuff together, and a lot of times we didn't like getting out of bed, so we'd watch TV in the room.
That's a good point. We've fallen asleep down here many a nights, to include last night. Slept the whole night on that couch because we didn't go
Thank
upstairs.
God I woke up at 6:45.
Yeah, those
Randomly.
hungover Sundays where you don't want to get up, you just turn the TV, watch a movie with each other.
That's a good point. Didn't think about that. What was the question again? Attack.
What's my name again?
What's my age again?
Laptop husband.
Oh,
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, depends on what he's doing. I mean, he brings up a good point talking about. I'm sorry, Jay brought up a good point, saying how no work comes to bed, because that bedroom for a healthy mind should be a sanctuary. Should be just for rest and relaxation.
Mm-hmm.
You can't associate your bed with work or whatever. So I agree with that. I agree with the rule of no bringing work to bed.
Yeah, the only time a laptop was allowed is if we were Skyping someone and the other one was in bed, hey babe, come say hi, and that's it. But there's no, you're not coming into bed to do more work.
Yeah.
Just for that, stay out of bed. Just keep doing your work and then
That's
go to
your
bed
time
when you're
when
done.
the day's over for each other.
Yeah.
That's
Not even
your-
for each other. I mean, if you're working and she's gonna go to bed, and,
Well,
baby,
you
I,
stay
babe, I
downstairs,
love
you
you.
like-
Go to bed. I'll come up when I'm done and let her sleep. Do your thing, because all you're doing, when you're disturbing the person next to you, obviously it's disturbing her.
Good point.
You know what I mean? It's disrespectful on that end because she's trying to sleep and you're over here clacking away on your keyboard.
I think I more disturb Adam though, because I'm snuggling him when he's trying to be on them.
And yeah, but you brought up a good point too. That is where it's your time. That's your intimate place. That's where you get to cuddle up and be a couple. But you've got work interfering.
Oh, no.
When do you actually get to?
Oh no, Jay, she'll cuddle me anywhere, buddy. I mean, anywhere.
We just crossed the line.
Sure, what that means.
Sorry, mouth hugs. All right, sorry.
Oh, mouth hugs. Gotcha.
Mouth hugs are the best.
Agreed. All right, so I thought of my answer. Going back to your other one
Oh,
for
yeah,
the
good job.
the biggest lie you've ever told, or was that was the one
Oh,
that
I need to not hear this.
No, you can listen to this. That's
Oh,
just
that
fine.
doesn't help.
It's not one lie. There's not one smoking gun that's the biggest lie, but I will say the first wife that I had, all right, I was for sure 50% of the reason that I'm no longer in that marriage. A lot of people like pushing blame to one person. I don't. I take responsibility for that. I was a lot to blame for that. And there's no one thing that happened that I lied about in that marriage, but it was a myriad of other issues. And I didn't tell the truth in that marriage a bunch of times. Not about major things, not about cheating on her, about, okay, there were a couple money things that I lied about. In fact, I'll give you one good quick example, because we can use this as the one big lie, but it wasn't. It was a bunch of little ones. I took one of my buddies out to a gentleman's club out in Cocoa Beach, and I spent about $750 that night. And this is back in
Wow.
2000, 2001, 2000, somewhere in there.
That's a bad.
It's a lot of money, and we didn't have that much money to begin
What the
with.
hell did you tell her you spent it on?
So the guy, this is such a bad story. The guy that I took out, I said, listen, I need you to cover for me. So I'm going to say that I used the money to buy you 4 new tires for your car. So he went with it. All right. He bought it and he went with it. He didn't really hang out with my ex-wife at the time, and they didn't really see each other. So he's like, all right, no problem. So I told that lie. I said, all right, I had to buy my buddy some tires and, whatever. Not thinking that my wife would have figured that out at the time. And she asked me, who the hell is open for tires at 2:00 in the morning? Because that's when the withdrawal came out of our account.
Walmart.
That's exactly what I told her. I told her Walmart. And the tire center was closed at like 9. But then my boy comes over like 3 months later to hang out of the house for football, watching some
Needed tires.
Oh no, she called me out on it. She's like, hey, John. His name was not John, but she said, hey, John, why don't you come outside with me real quick? So they go outside, and I'm in some, what the fuck is going on? I'm like, tires. His tires were bald as motherfuckers. You could not have put that much balding on a tire in 3 months' time. Yeah, I got busted big time for that.
She held on to that for 3 months, man.
But yes, she did. She holds a grudge. My son's 13.
My arms are getting tired from holding all these grudges.
Yeah, no, that marriage was just not. We should have never been married.
That's
it was
what your
just
parents said.
Yeah, it was just not the right type of girl. All right, sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt your next number, but I remembered it.
Our last one is from Avery in Florida. Do guys talk or compare their sex lives with their guy friends?
Have you not heard the Donald Trump tape? He walks up and he grabs him by the pussies because, that's, a gentlemanly thing to do.
As long as you kiss it first.
Intimate details? Probably not. At least not in the circle of friends that I've had.
What are intimate details?
Like getting detailed about the experience, getting, describing it. And then let's do a little bit of improv here.
Okay.
Hey,
yay,
Tack,
finally.
Yay!
Nice to see you again, dude. How you been?
Yeah, man. How are you?
Oh, I like it when he's a girl, though.
Well, this is my boy, though.
Yeah,
It's
this
All
is
right.
boys
my boy.
talking.
So Tack, dude, you won't believe what my girl did for me last night.
What'd she do?
Dude, she bought these candles, these lavender candles, and she lit them when I got home, and it smelled so good. And there were rose petals, individual rose petals going up the stairs, and I followed the trail of rose petals and walked into my room, and there she was. And she was wearing, I think you've seen that cute little like red nightie that I showed you once before when you were over here when she wasn't looking. I showed you that nightie she had. She was.
Yo, get to the fucking part. That's where I would have stopped at that point.
Guys don't do that. They'll just be like, yo, dude, I had the best sex I've ever had.
Yeah,
last
that's it.
night."
I would have
to the...
honestly, in a real conversation, I would have stopped you at the rose petals on the stage. Hey, yo, what the fuck? Hey, get to the fucking part.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought it was a great story.
That's right.
You did.
Yes, girls do. Maybe Tack does too, but girls.
I was enjoying it.
No, I was a bit like lost. I was waiting for where's this going.
Like, if a guy's coming up to me and telling me all that detail, I'm thinking he wants to blow me.
That would be intimate details.
I was going to make a joke saying, yeah, I remember that you showed it to me. You didn't have to be wearing it when you showed it to me.
Good prop, Tack.
Yeah.
I got cut off by Jay just as I was about to say.
It was good. It was perfect though, because that's what a normal guy would say. Normal guys don't.
I was waiting for. See, Ron would enjoy the details.
Ron
There's
would.
not like a damn, her pussy was fine.
No, I'll do. No, I've done that. I have done that before. Like, I don't typically get that, into it because there's a kiss and tell aspect of it still, even though you are telling. But no, there was this one girl. I remember she was like, "What's the term? Beef curtains? Is that the is that the term?
Snagglepuss.
Gross.
Yeah, no, but I mean, like, dude, this was like bat wings, like holy, like wow,
shit.
And, yeah, and
That's cool for other guys to hear, though.
so that was one of those like, hey, guy, and it was like I was describing it, but it was more advice because I didn't know what I was doing with that. It was like
What'd
more.
you do with that? I wouldn't know what to do with that.
I didn't know if you were supposed to like chew it like fat or something. Like I didn't know.
It's like beef jerky.
Yeah, like what are you supposed to do? There's a lot of extra stuff down there.
Yeah,
So I got really like there was that one opportunity.
Hit it like a boxing
like,
thing.
like a speed bag. I'm like Tyson. Like, hey, what's this? Oh, that's your clitoris.
Angela.
So there was that one instant where I got really descriptive with what was going on down there. Just because I was looking for anyone who had been in that
Know what
situation.
to
Like,
do with
yo,
it.
what
That
do
was a
I do
shock
with
story.
this?
Yeah.
Yeah, outside of that, like, yo, describe her tits. Yo, they were big, son. That's it.
That's all they need.
Yeah. Yo, they were big. Yo, they were like, yo, they were soft, bro. Her nipples stay hard forever. And that's it.
All guys do to talk about cup size is more than a handful or not. That's it. That's all you gotta do.
That's pretty nailing it right there.
Yeah. But there's so many different
we don't know
nipples,
sizes. I don't know
colors.
sizes.
Yo, she like getting choked. That's it. That is the most we go in with.
Yeah. Guys do not.
Yeah, girls are way more fun.
And typically we don't talk about sexual assault pretty openly. Like if I walked up to a random woman and grabbed her by the pussy, I wouldn't be saying that. I wouldn't be saying that to some random dude.
We talk everything details. Everyone knows a lot of details. I think everyone at my work knows everything about Adam's penis.
Wow.
Sweet. I mean, I hope you were talking good about it.
That explains why some ex-girlfriends have friends that look at me weird. Like that knowing look, like
I know
I
your
knew
dick
something.
bends to the right. Banana boy.
like you know when somebody asks you like, hey, how's it hanging? You know the response, oh, a little to the left. Like not from what I hear. Like what?
Well, I had an ex-boyfriend actually painted his penis on a canvas, so everyone got to see it.
Wow.
Wait a minute, what?
Huh?
He painted, like, did he trace it like I used to do with my hand to make a turkey in 5th grade?
Yeah, I'm not
I
understanding the
painted it.
physicality.
Oh,
of
you
this.
painted it. I thought you said he painted it.
No, I painted
Well, I
it.
thought he said he did too.
Okay.
No, I painted it.
Oh, that's cool.
I thought he painted a selfie. But
Yeah,
How gracious were you with your representation of it?
that's pretty good.
Okay,
I did a good job, I thought.
it's so sinewy.
Penis art.
Penis art is fun.
part is what it's called.
Part.
Have you seen this photographer that she makes dioramas out of penis? Like she'll dress it up in like a little tuxedo and put a little bow tie and a top hat on it.
That sounds adorable.
They did that for an HBO Real Sex one time.
Yes, I think it's
Is
the
that where
same.
you saw it?
I think it's the same chick.
Yeah,
Yeah, she
that
has
was fucking awesome.
she's up on like Instagram and Twitter and yeah, it's whimsical.
Wait, these are new episodes of Real Sex?
I don't know
Every
if they're new
episode
episodes.
when I
This might
used
have
to
been
watch,
10 years ago from what I remember. I can't
You're
tell
talking
you.
about Instagram and all that.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
this
I
wasn't
guess
10
that's
years ago.
true.
No, this was recent. Like
Every
in the last-
episode I used to see of that was looked like it was shot in the 70s.
Old swingers or something? Yeah.
And they all had bush.
I still love that Dave Chappelle sketch where they were making fun of real sex, and she's like, they asked the girl like, "What's the craziest thing you've ever done in bed?" Like, yo, once I let this guy and his homeboy run a train on me in the middle of that. Yeah, and then they look at the guy and he's like, "Let no gangbang over here fuck me without a condom on." He was like, "We're done, son." And he walks out.
Nice. Oh, nice.
All right.
Yeah,
All right.
I always wanted to put my dick in a diorama.
Yeah, I think I should immortalize your penis
Immortalize it? Wait,
Yeah.
what does that mean?
by painting it.
Oh, by painting? I'm in. Do it. I'm in for any of that stuff.
Hold on, Tack was about to credit me for the dick in a diorama.
I was, but I wanted to wait to see where this was going. I was going to say that's your soundbite in the intro.
That's not bad. That's a good one. All right. Is that the end of the Guyry?
Yes.
Oh, very good Guyry. Thank you for your submissions. If you want to submit a question for the Guyry, either hit us up on Facebook and direct message any one of the cast members, or send us an email to show@livingpodcariously. Give us your age and your location. No, give us your name and your location, and we will. And your age too, if you
Wow,
want. to
ASL, holy shit. You just took me back to dial-up, son.
Old AOL days right there.
Single girls, send your number to Jay.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Jay, what's going on with that?
Yeah, you got us
Real
a single
quick.
boy update or what?
Not a goddamn thing. To be honest
You didn't
with
bring
you.
a date to the party?
Hell no, I ain't
we
come.
gotta set you up. We gotta set you up on a dating site and make your whole thing for you.
Oh, dear God.
To be fair, there were a lot of single girls at the party.
That'll be so fun.
How'd
but
that
we
work
could have some
out?
stories of that.
They weren't. I ended up hanging
bailed.
out with his two drunk friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
Guy?
Everybody was drunk that night too. Wait, which ones? Which ones did you hang out
Chad and Steve.
with? Chad and Steve, yeah. That was quite the
They were the two that stayed the night.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's true. See, you could have had
I could have betted one of them.
Totally. Probably both, maybe.
I would have been a lucky girl.
our boy Chad would have never have known what hit him.
Adam only went to bed with one.
Oh, he'd have remembered me. He wouldn't have heard his farts for like a week. Just a gust of air in the room smells like. No whistling. No, you have to. A whistle implies that the lips are close together.
That's a good point.
But it's just.
Jake, where are you going to be this upcoming couple of weeks?
Actually, I am going to be at Old School Pizza's Midtown location on Friday, November 4th. That is across the street from Melbourne High School in Melbourne, Florida, on Babcock Street. I will be part of the Bearded Bros comedy show.
This is the one I asked you about, see if you wanted to go. We don't have either one of our kids that weekend, so that might be a good show for us to go and attend.
Yeah, it's a pretty good lineup. A couple guys from Daytona coming out. I think a few dudes from Orlando. I have to look back at the lineup. But yeah, it's going to be a pretty awesome show. And then there's actually an all-ladies show coming up 2 weeks after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because, I don't know a lot of bearded women out here. I mean, it is Florida. I'm not discounting it, but...
I guess that's it, guys. Do you want to wrap up the show? Get out of here?
Yeah, man. Let's get out of here.
All right, cool.
Happy Halloween.
Yeah, definitely. Happy Halloween.
Stop it. I don't think it's not Halloween anymore anyway when they're listening to this.
It is still Halloween.
Not
No,
when
it's
you're
November
listening
1st.
to this.
Right now,
Right now
it's
it
after
is.
midnight.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
I don't think you know.
And I need to
7
go to
minutes
bed
after.
after work in the morning.
We got another show to record.
If it's after midnight, I'm going to bed. See ya.
right.
Bye.
All right, so on behalf of the cast here, I am Adam.
I'm Tack.
I'm Andrea Joy.
Jay Alvarez.
Thank you for listening to Live and Pod Curiously. We'll see you guys next week.